A weekend in Atlanta.
That ball is pulled deep, and he's watching this thing, and that one is out of here. Jake jumps one to right field. The Padres in the first inning grab a 2-0 lead on Cornerworth's 8th and his 30th RBI.
Xander Schauffele trying to bring a golf major to San Diego.
To win it all.
Xander with victory at Valhalla.
I really didn't want to go into a playoff against Bryson. I'm assuming we probably would have played 18. It would have been a lot of work. So just told myself this is my opportunity and just capture it.
And the NBA Conference Finals are set.
That's it. The Timberwolves have knocked out the defending champion Denver Nuggets. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Now, here are the guys.
Happy Monday to those who celebrate Big Rich Stadium. Fletch with you, San Diego Sports 760. What a weekend it was for the Padres. So they have a win, a 3-1 victory on Friday night. Then they get rained out, weather postponement Saturday, which brings us to Sunday, yesterday. You assume, okay, this is a Padres team where it doesn't feel like when things break their stride, they're going to recover well. Well, they go out and win 9-1 yesterday. The offense shows up. So does the pitching, by the way. And which brings us to today, which is going to be a wonky day. It's a morning start for a doubleheader. So they have a 9:20 appointment with Dylan Cease on the mound, inarguably, their best pitcher. And then they have a 3:20 first pitch with Randy Vasquez on the mound, who's been hot and cold in spot starts and things like that. So that's what the Padres have on
18, 18, 18.
I saw you wrote that. I was going to get to that. You are.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. I'm.
When else would we have this opportunity?
So what Fletch is alluding to?
Doubleheaders don't happen that often.
That's
9:20
fine.
first pitches never happen.
Let's welcome the uninitiated to this conversation.
18, 18, 18.
Right.
Yep.
Let's let people know what that is. So if you've never heard of the 999, the 999 is 9 hot dogs, 9 beers during 9 innings of baseball. Something that we all tried, only one of us accomplished, and this was last Padres season. It wasn't a good day.
No.
It was not a good day. Even though I was the only one who was able to complete this, trust me, I also lost.
I would also argue that the following days were also not great.
They were not
No,
great.
they were not great.
But it was a great YouTube.
Right.
That was 4 hours or like 3.5 hours maybe of awesome content.
Yeah, well, hold on though. The game was only like 2.5 hours. It was really short, but we had to hang out for hours and hours after.
Yeah. We were here until, and this sounds like we're gonna be like we're here until 5 o'clock. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm at my office until 5 o'clock too, but I don't get to eat hot dogs and drink beer all day long. But you have to understand, like this was actual work, because when you're trying to pile down the 8th or the 9th hot dog with a belly full of beer, it is not an enjoyable experience, which, by the way, Fletch randomly decided to abandon. He was sailing and then he was like, nope, I'm done.
Nothing random about it. If I had one more of either of those things, I was puking.
Yeah, but the level of confidence, one, going in, and then the amount of smack talk you had through about 5.5, 6 innings was astronomical.
I was feeling real good through 5.
And then it was like you finished one, you took one more bite of something, and you just went, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
it was like tap out.
It was the craziest quit I've ever seen. And so the fact that you're the one who wants to go 18, 18, 18, which means 18 innings of baseball, 18 beers, and 18 hot dogs today, that rings hollow.
I just like seizing an opportunity when it's in front of me.
Well, see, what time is game 2?
How
Like
many,
3 something.
Where would you quit? Would you still quit at
Probably,
7 innings?
Yeah, around the same time. And to be honest,
So why would we even try?
since sdfatloss.com, my belly's actually shrunk quite a bit. So I think there might be less room now than there was then.
This is a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
The only thing that I thought might help us get through this is if you have 18 full innings, right?
Yeah.
So one game could end, and technically you still have all that time period in between to keep putting down hot dogs.
There is a good amount of
beers.
time in between.
That's where I was headed.
So the second game doesn't start till 3:20.
Well, hang on though. No.
TD's starting to make more sense out of this.
No,
I think this works, guys.
That's not how this works. Because look, it's not like the play continues during intermission. It's not like they flash the lights and they say, all right, everybody leave the auditorium, have a couple of refreshments in the lobby. And then while you're out there, Oliver Twist is delivering lines. Like, we've got to be finished with the 9 beers, 9 hot dogs in the first 9 and then reset and reload, just like the Padres. It's not like, hey, listen, we're not done, guys.
Okay.
So we're just going to loiter around the baseball field while the fans leave. We're going to wrap this one up, and we'll let you know when the second one's going to start.
Well, if that's the case, if those are the rules on the doubleheader 18-18-18, it will be impossible.
Yeah,
there's no way. And I would die. Like, literally, I would die at the end of this because my level of exhaustion is pretty high right now.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about this weekend. So the Padres had a heck of a weekend, and they're paying for it this Monday in some ways, right, with the doubleheader. And it's not all their fault, inclement weather being what it is. However, we're paying for a lot of fun that we had over the weekend as well. We wake up here on this Monday morning after spending the weekend at Disneyland. If you were listening to the show last week, we were excited. I would say there was unbridled excitement about this upcoming event, and it delivered. If you have not been to Disneyland in a while, they have this awesome event called Pixar Fest. It's going on now. It's something that they started in the late, like 2017, 2018, before the pandemic, and they just brought it back for the first time this year, and it is awesome. They changed the parade. They changed the fireworks. They have all these different food offerings based off your favorite Pixar movies. It really was special. It was a really fun weekend. We got to be a part of it. And so huge thank you to Keisha and Melissa, the team over there who organized it on the Disneyland end. Jeff and Taylor on this side from our promotions department, Taylor Jukes for organizing our show to be involved in it. It was amazing. So yeah, Disneyland, go. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody thinks Disney at some point over the summer because the kids are home and it's like, what are we going to do with them? But if you haven't yet bought your tickets, do it before August 4th because that's when Pixar Fest officially ends.
And before you actually book the date that you want to go, get those arch supports.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of walking. So it's a good thing that we stopped by the Good Feet store and got our arch supports before we left. Yeah.
And the Melissa, she was so awesome because I was rolling around on a wheelchair the whole time because, you know, the leg thing. And so during the fireworks, I don't know where you guys ended up being. You were probably up in the media seating or somewhere else. But Melissa came and like cleared people out of a little area right behind the giant Pixar Fest statue, you know? So I can have a clear view of the fireworks in my whole little group that I had. And it was just really cool that they did go above and beyond for that. So awesome shout out to them. We had a great time.
When doesn't Disney go above and beyond? I mean, it's incredible. Top notch, start to finish. But you're right, Melissa, Keisha, man, they're quite the hosts.
Yeah, they were the hosts. But let's put it this way. We understand that we're going to have access to certain things that listeners won't have access to sometimes because of what we get to do. I'm telling you, everything we had access, this is my favorite part about what we did. Everything that we posted about over this weekend, you get to do also. And that's the God's honest truth. Like the food that we got to try, it's available all throughout the park. They have these things called marketplaces where you're going to be able to go. And my favorite, we did this yesterday. It feels like it was days ago, but it was only yesterday I did this. I got the what was it? The H2O Rita and the exothermal margarita from the Elemental pop-up marketplace stand. And I drank them both at the same time. Turns out a little bit of the cool, a little bit of the hot. It makes the perfect margarita. It has rock candy on top. I gave the kids the rock candy.
Good.
I was like, you guys deal with this. Daddy's got a couple of drinks. No, so it was good. And also, so that answers the other question, which is, I found out it's okay to have like, you know, a nice little beverage as you're walking around the park.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed myself. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, very cool. It was a good time. So, but yeah, if you want to get out there because you don't want to miss Pixar Fest 2024.
Yeah, it ends August 4th. Okay, so that was our weekend. Here's the question I want to ask about the Padres. So bad, good, bad, good. Bad, good. It just flip-flops, right? Every time you turn on the television, you have no idea what team is going to show up. This team is really good. And then also you can say simultaneously, this team is gutless. They have no heart. Like It just depends on what day or what stretch of the season you turn on the Padres. And I hate that I'm saying this, by the way. It gives me no joy to say something like, a team that looks like they don't have any grit, but that's exactly how you have to describe them in the second half of that homestand against the Rockies we just saw. But then they go and do this. They go to Atlanta, and they're facing some circumstances even, and they look like the team they're supposed to be.
And the Braves are good.
And
the Rockies are bad.
Yes.
And the Padres are good, but the Padres are bad. And I think it all evens out to, a 500 record, which they are exactly 500 once again.
Yeah, what are your predictions here, though? Do they sweep this series?
I don't know. On Friday afternoon, I was actually running the board for J-Riff doing the Darren Smith show. And at one point, Darren asked a question. He was like, is there any outcome that would surprise you for this weekend? Like, we could see the Padres sweep. We could see the Padres get swept. We could see the Padres win 2 out of 4. We could see the Padres lose 3 out of 4. Like, none of them would have surprised me.
Yeah, you can make the case for all of them. Every
and there's
scenario.
evidence to back up whatever theory you would have had with this Padres team. So, Rich, I am right alongside you, pal. I have no idea what to expect out of this team. Doubleheader today. I have no idea what to expect out of this team.
I mean, it feels like with the momentum right now, they at least win the series. That's what it feels like to me.
Then would it surprise you if they lose both of them today?
No.
Would it surprise you if they win both of them?
No. No, it wouldn't. And all of that is true. Just whatever in my gut, I feel like they at least get 1 out of 2 here today. They win the series. All of a sudden, we're back on the high,
dude. Yeah. I'm tired of trying to guess what's going to happen with this team. I don't consider myself like an overwhelmingly consistent person. I like variety. I like changes. I things that are static oftentimes bore me. However, when it comes to sports, I'm very different. I like to show up and know what I'm getting. When I had coaches, my one request to coaches when they would ask, and occasionally you would be asked, like, how are we doing? What are things that we could work on? Like the good coaches, the one who are trying to connect with their players and not just, yell all day long and stuff like that. I would always say consistency is everything. Consistency in your messaging should be the way things work in sports because it works good for players. You know who you're going to be dealing with on a daily basis. You don't have somebody who's a hothead flying off the handle one day and then for the same things, being cool and easy like a Sunday breeze. Like just be who you are. If you're going to be somebody who is mad all the time, I could deal with that. If you're going to be somebody who's good, hey, good enough is good enough. All right, fine. But just be consistent. Don't be hot and cold. But that's what the Padres are. They're hot and cold. And it drives me crazy because in sports, I want my teams, I want my athletes, I want my superstars to be consistent. Now, one thing you can actually count on so far this season, although hopefully we're going to reach a turning point here at some point, is that the superstars in this lineup are underperforming. That's been consistent. Mm-hmm. It's been a lot of kind of the afterthoughts. That sounds mean, but you know what I mean. The Profars of the world, the Jackson Merrills of the world, the Dylan Ceases of the world who came to this team, now Luis Arraez is a huge star from the Marlins, but he was an unknown quantity in a Padres uniform. These are the names that they have to rely on because so many of the guys who are getting the bulk share of the money in terms of this team's salary have not performed. That's been the only consistent thing so far this season.
I'm glad you bring it up because I think back to like my high school days as a basketball player. And I know my freshman year, going through Hell Week for the first time, our coach was pretty hard ass about running. And he had this special thing where it was called 10 in a minute. And it's up and back the court 10 times in under a minute. And you had to do it if you wanted to get any sort of playing time. In my freshman year, first practice, day 1 of Hell Week, I couldn't do it, or at least I thought I couldn't. And then after 30 minutes on the side court doing these 10 in a minutes, I finally did one. And my coach came up to me and said, "Hey, I know you can do it. I just saw you do it. Why would you not be doing it every single time? Why is the effort not good enough the first 5 times you tried to do it? Why was the effort good enough the 6th time?" And he's like, "Now I expect you never to miss another one your entire high school career." And I didn't. But it's part of that. I know you can do it, Padres. Why can't you do it all the time?
You know what? He showed a lot of guts. It would have been easier on that scooter.
It was
no kidding.
Trying to be relatable story. Yeah. And I know it's not the NFL, but it's
on a scooter and
the point of it. I know the Padres can
do
do it.
Did you do all 10 in a minute?
I did. But we know the Padres can do it. We know the Padres can be a consistently good baseball team.
How old were you?
Why aren't they doing it? Freshman in high school.
Jeez.
Well,
Can we not?
your legs.
Can we just focus on the point of the metaphor
Just
here?
picture it's like Forrest Gump, like where all of a sudden like the braces break
Right.
off. And like, run, man, run.
All right.
The scooter just wheels start flying off. By the way, you know what? It was a tough day on the scooter because there was no cup holder.
No, dude, like what? Why don't they put cup holders on scooters?
This is a message to
Why
the
don't
scooter
they?
manufacturers. Why are you missing the cup holder? Are you drinking a Coors in there? What? It's like a golden can.
I wish.
Can you imagine if like casually is like, yeah, I'm having the golden banquet breakfast. What's it to you, bub?
So the Padres can do it. Is it frustrating to everyone that they aren't doing it any sort of
Well,
consistency?
yeah, I mean, frustrated to the point of where I mean, it's starting to kind of piss me off, to be quite honest. I mean, I think I sent a message this morning or maybe it was last night. I don't know, whatever it was. I was a little bit irritated because I'm like, why can't they just do this more often? I'm not saying do it all the time. I'm not expecting perfection here, but come on. I mean, yesterday, Manny Machado had a decent day. Ha-Sung Kim had a decent day. Nando knocked in a run. So the guys that you say, hey, you're not performing, well, I mean, you did something. You poked them with the stick a little bit, and they made something happen yesterday, but let's make a little more consistency here.
You guys want another high school metaphor? No.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm out.
No. I like the more the better.
I don't
for
think
me.
I have one.
The more the better.
Yesterday was
for
grad night at Disneyland, so that was why it was a little extra packed. And Rich, I'm shocked you stuck around for so much of grad night at Disneyland.
Oh, we were
But
there.
NBA playoffs.
Wait, was it really? Because
Yeah.
I said, man, it's busy here. And Sarah said, oh, it's grad night. And I went, well, one, it's not nighttime, so that's a dumb thing to say. But
You notice a million high schoolers screaming and yelling on every line?
no, I don't know. I just know.
NBA playoffs, conference finals are now set. In the West, it's Timberwolves and Mavericks. Game one's going to be on Wednesday. We have some awesome sound from the Timberwolves post game yesterday coming up in the show. And in the East, Celtics and Pacers. Game one is going to be tomorrow. Padres had a nice little weekend. They beat the Braves twice. Yesterday, they won 9-1 in Atlanta. Today, it's a doubleheader beginning at 9:20 to make up for Saturday's game that was rained out. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele wins the Wanamaker Trophy, the PGA Championship at Valhalla. He finally gets his first major win. Did it by sinking like a 12 or 15 footer on the final hole to avoid a playoff with Bryson DeChambeau, who was charging late in that one. Congratulations to Xander, making San Diego proud.
It worries me that this is what Peter Seidler was talking about when he said bring a championship to San Diego.
Yeah.
It's
He
a
was
pretty
so
cool one
cool.
to bring.
Yeah, it's cool.
I know. I mean, a World Series
Yeah.
championship would be better.
Yeah.
But we will settle for a Wanamaker. But yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit more. But what I mean, ice in the veins moment delivered from Xander Schauffele, who's really struggled in big moments. But I do want to step off to the NBA for a moment here. We saw the Pacers outshine the Knicks off of an unbelievable shooting performance from Indiana.
If Jalen
last
Brunson never breaks his hand,
It could be a different series.
I know.
Could be a different
the
series.
Knicks were dealing with so many injuries. It sucks.
And then you look at what the Timberwolves did to oust the reigning champions in the NBA, who for the fifth consecutive year, the finals, or I should say the champion, doesn't even make it to the Western Conference final. So the Nuggets, they get flamed by the Timberwolves, which did not look like it was going to be the case because they were trailing by 20 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
This
and
might
they
be
stormed all the way back.
This might be a fountain of misinformation, Fletch, but I'm pretty sure I saw this yesterday.
Go
that
ahead.
20 points, trailing by 20 at halftime, and winning in a Game 7 in the Western Conference semifinals is the biggest comeback in Western Conference semifinals history.
Well, I wouldn't say that sounds wrong. I mean, it was a 30-point
In
swing.
a Game 7.
It was a 30-point swing. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's I know this. They stormed back to complete the largest comeback in a Game 7 in the past 25 postseasons. That's unbelievable. I mean, if you think about 25 years of postseason basketball, how many series, how many Game 7s there have been, what Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns and the cast of characters who, by the way, play basketball in a way that it's not as popular anymore. Like their role players are more defensively focused than they are offensively focused, and they still deliver an exciting brand of basketball because Anthony Edwards is a highlight reel. Karl Anthony Towns is a smooth stretch 4 or 5, depending. And Rudy Gobert has been a rim protector for this team the whole way. So the Timberwolves look pretty fierce as they get set for the Western Conference Final, knocking out last year's NBA champion and the current reigning 3-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
He didn't even look like he cared.
Man, it's
Like,
great.
he looked a little sad, but someone put up a tweet that was like a picture of Jokic right after the game, and he had the same face Jokic always has on, whether they win or they lose, and it just said, "Wolves beat me, I go home."
Dude, when I say I want consistency in sports, Jokic is not the consistency I'm looking for. Like, yeah, he's very consistent.
Yeah, dude.
But he's
too far.
Yeah, too far.
Well, yeah.
Like, yeah, I wish the Padres had a little of Nikola Jokic in them, but if they were like, we win game, we're happy now. Wait, wins World Series parade? No. I have to wait 3 days in America before going back to my horses in Serbia. Like, no. Like, I like consistency, not that much consistency. So, yeah, congrats to the Timberwolves. What an unbelievable Game 7. I mean, the two best words in sports.
I do this every year, but I mean, here we are. We are headed into the conference finals. There's only a month of basketball left, guys.
That's it.
You better hold on tight. You blink, you'll miss it.
That's right.
Oh, man. All right.
He's not even exaggerating.
No.
There's literally a month left.
So the Wanamaker story is a huge story in golf. Obviously, PGA champion, major winner, Xander Schauffele, stealing a lot of headlines from a gentleman who, when we left Friday, we thought could be in silver bracelets for life.
Right.
So we're going to get back to that story. But before I do, Fletch, you are firing on all of these golf picks on your Prize Picks app.
And I refuse to do this usually, Rich, but I'm going to give you a lot of credit here.
What did I do?
I took your advice.
What did you do?
So I toned down from going the big 6-man lineups
Okay.
over the weekend, and I went to like 3-man lineups, 2-man lineups, 4-man lineups. And Benny Boy's walking away with some cash from this last weekend. I got an $8 win, which was a small one. I got a $40 win, which was a little bigger, and a $10 win. And I was thinking, after all these like big $20 entries that I've been putting on 6-man lineups, I wasn't winning any of them for a while after a couple big wins early. And now I'm back in the green big time.
Yesterday, you were texting while at the park there, and you said, "Oh, we're over by the canoes, hanging out." And Sarah, my wife, very concerned. "Wow, do you think he's bored? Is he just sitting by himself?" And I'm like, "He's playing Prize Picks."
I was.
Yeah. He absolutely was. Yeah, we were all together yesterday. And anytime we were apart from one another, I would go on the app. I'd be like, I wonder which one of these golfers Fletch is interested in picking.
All of them.
So while you're going to these 2-man lineups on your Prize Picks app, I've actually started expanding, especially on the promo days. I'm doing the 5 and 6 player lineups. I've really been like hammering the WNBA, and I've been doing really well. I mean, Prize Picks is the funnest app. I've actually won recently on a Call of Duty lineup.
Attaboy.
I don't even know where to watch that, and I don't care. I'm betting on people from across the world. This guy named Caps. Boy, I took the less than on maps 1-3 kills, and I gotta tell you, I'm really happy with the outcome.
Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code DOGS, DOGS, as in bark, as in roadies, dogs, hangers, bangers, and you're gonna get $100 first deposit match up to $100. And download that app today, man. It's so much fun. It's number 1 in the U.S., in North America for a reason. And you got Taco Tuesday coming up tomorrow, Flex Friday coming up on Friday.
Yes.
Your chances to make your money mean a little bit more. So get on over to the Prize Picks app today. Download it. Use promo code DOGS, DOGS. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
We got bonus bucks, $1,000.
This update presented by Toyota of Poway in the heart of San Diego. Padres had a nice little weekend. They beat you. Can is your thingy on the wrong thingy? It's okay.
I don't hear you in the studio, but I hear you in my headphones.
I'm on.
I don't know how that works.
Padres.
Oh, I know how it works.
Had a nice weekend in Atlanta. They beat the Braves twice. Yesterday, winning 9-1. Today, it's a doubleheader beginning at 9:20 to make up for Saturday's game that was rained out. NBA playoffs, conference finals now set in the West. Timberwolves, Mavericks. Game 1's on Wednesday. In the East, Celtics, Pacers. Game 1 tomorrow. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele wins the PGA Championship at Valhalla. He finally gets his first major win. The Memorial Day sales event is on now at Toyota of Poway. Over 200 new and pre-owned Toyotas in stock will get you into the Toyota of your dreams with special finance and lease rates. There's never been a better time to get a new or certified pre-owned Toyota. Visit toyotaofpoway.com.
Man, oh man. Denver could not shoot yesterday. Could not shoot. Red Shoe Day happening this Wednesday, May 22nd. Benefiting the Ronald McDonald House Charities here in San Diego. Proceeds stay right here in San Diego, directly supporting our families. Funds raised during Red Shoe Day support lodging, meals, emotional support, and family day services provided by the house at no cost to families. And our iHeart team for Red Shoe Day will be out collecting donations at the intersection of Balboa Ave and Ruffin Road this Wednesday, May 22nd, 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Fletch, you just reminded me, it's a 3-day weekend.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm telling you, when we did the latest iteration of the best bracket ever, I think 3-day weekend might have been a 6 seed.
Yeah.
Way too low.
Too low.
I'm thinking about this weekend and all my plans of grandeur for it.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about that specifically Sunday afternoon. Like Sunday around 3:00 is usually when the Sunday scary starts to hit. And you think about, oh, I got to wake up early tomorrow and get to work. Not this weekend.
No, not this weekend. I'm laughing because Rich just ran to the studio and threw that door open so hard.
You're gonna break that wall one day.
I hope I don't. I really hope I
mean,
don't.
it hit the wall and you could feel the room shake. Yeah, it works. No, I agree. The 3-day weekend, you don't realize its importance until you're exhausted right before the 3-day weekend is coming up. And then you're like, oh my God, I need this 3-day weekend.
Yeah,
but it's cool because we'll be here at work.
Yeah. You're gonna hear our voices live.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. No question about it. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you're like, ooh, this is going really, really wrong, and then all of a sudden everything goes right?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like whatever it is, hand of God, whatever you believe in, fortunate circumstances, luck, all of a sudden it just turns in your favor.
Yeah, and that's when you throw out the phrases like, I guess everything happens for a reason.
Oh, yeah. You know, God bless the broken road.
Yeah.
Or you have that
Jesus,
situation where you're praying to God, like, hey, please help me find a way out of this thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Please
and then
kill him. Please kill him.
You find your way out.
Dead.
You find your way out and be like, oh, never mind, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. So Scotty Scheffler, when
you say never mind, bro, to God.
Yeah.
Never mind, bro. I figured it out.
Anyways, JC, I'll catch you later.
Thanks for nothing.
The Friday broadcast that we did talking about Scotty Scheffler, we were all expecting this to be a much worse story for Scotty, because think about this: as he's teeing off, he's facing felony charges for ahead of his second round, his Friday round.
He's got 3 charges against him.
Yeah, he's got 2 misdemeanors and a felony charge of assault on an officer.
Right.
So you assume, okay. So Scotty's going to participate in his final tournament of the golf season. Life's going to get pretty hard for Scotty Scheffler, who's a new dad, who just won the Meanwhile, everything is peachy keen right as rain come Monday.
Well, he was supposed to be arraigned tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was according to reports Friday afternoon. And then now it looks like they're going to drop all charges against him. I think part of that stems in the fact that the police officer's body cam never turned on. So there's eyewitness testimony that kind of contradicts what happens or what happened according to the officer. And I think it's more like I was dragged by this particular individual while hanging onto the car. And then the speculation on our end was it was probably a couple feet. Like he was probably coming to a stop. Yeah. And I think that's actually what happened. And in the heat of the moment, the cop went
the $80 pants.
Who's that? Oh,
that's part of the thing. You guys haven't heard this?
No, I didn't hear this at all.
Oh, the biggest complaint from the police officer is that his $80 pants got ruined.
Oh, that
okay,
see,
yeah.
okay.
Listen, I didn't hear this part. No, it changes everything.
I'm gonna say this about the brave men and women in blue across this country. There is no question that I couldn't do what you do on a daily basis.
Nope.
There's no question that the sort of harrowing experiences that all of you face, protecting people from the viciousness that this world offers sometimes, the fact that if I'm in trouble, like there's no question, the first number I'm dialing is 911, and I'm going to trust that San Diego's finest are going to show up and they're going to handle the situation for me, or by the way, in any municipality. Having said that, if an officer's lead complaint on an assault is that the crease came out of his slacks, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like, well, these charges aren't going to stick. I think I'm all set.
I'm assuming if they're ruined, he either did something to them, as in the inside of them, or they tore. Now, but my question is, wait, officers aren't provided pants?
Well, see, that's the thing. Also,
like, we need to rectify this.
There's uniform code. Yeah. So either this is a rogue officer who said, nah, I'm not wearing your Dickies. Yeah. I'm going to wear my Banana Republics.
Right. I don't like those 511s. Have you guys been to Macy's?
There's a BOGO on Levi Strauss.
Funny.
It turns out I'm going to be wearing their Cheetos to work. No. This is, to me, this story, unfortunately, I did not know this news until Fletch just brought it to our attention. This story, obviously already had its resolution before it even started.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, again, the body cam, great, because it protects the people who police officers serve. Also, it protects the police officers from having misinformation out there.
Right.
All's well that ends well, in my opinion. This was a probably really tough experience for Scotty Scheffler. If exactly what he said was true, that he was instructed to drive through this crime scene, unfortunately, because somebody was struck and killed by a bus outside of the course at Louisville. So he's driving through, and all of a sudden he's getting conflicting hand messages through the window from other officers. And he's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I could see somebody being stuck in that situation and, misunderstanding.
And there's probably a little chaos involved. I mean, there was a fatality. So there was a lot happening. So I'm sure that the senses and the emotions of the officer were also running hot and running high.
I also thought Scotty did an excellent job at the podium on Friday. Friday.
Friday.
So the day it happened, after his round, which he came out and fired 5 under par, by the way, the day it happened. But he goes to the podium afterwards, and the guy who's kind of mediating the thing says, "You have anything to say, Scotty?" He said, "Yeah, my stuff is going to figure itself out. I just want to extend my sincerest wishes to the family of the person who was killed." He went on that for a while. He said, "But my stuff is going to figure it all out, and I can't really talk about it right now. But the one funny story I have for you guys is I did find myself stretching and preparing for a golf round in a jail cell, which I didn't think I'd ever be able to say." So it kind of felt like at that time, Scotty sort of knew that his stuff wasn't going to be as big of a deal as everyone thought it was.
Do you think that if it was you, that charges would be dropped?
See, that's a great question, because I wouldn't have at least a branch of the PGA Tour fighting for me to not be in as much trouble as I could.
My answer is most likely yes, but it would take a lot longer. Like things when it comes to celebrities, they get fast tracked for a multitude of reasons. Sometimes it's, just from the pressure or the press involved with this. A lot of times that these small precincts or, Louisville Police Department, it's not often that they are arraigning or trying to arraign the number one golfer in the world. So the world's press shows up at your door when you're dealing with somebody who's that famous. So a lot of times these things get fast tracked, and it's both to help the celebrity, but it's also to help the other people who are involved who are going to have national or international exposure as a result. And so I think the results would be same for any Joe Schmo who got in the same situation as Scotty. They would come to the conclusion there's not enough body cam footage. There's conflicting witness testimony, and this would all go away. But it would just take a lot longer.
Months instead of days.
Exactly.
So Jeff Darlington, who I expect is going to have a 20,000 word essay about this on ESPN at some point, because it really was an exclusive of a lifetime. But he was talking yesterday on ESPN's coverage, and I was watching while Kendall and Stephanie were at Magic Morning, but I was not at Magic Morning because I was too tired. But I was watching the coverage, and Jeff Darlington said that he was sitting down with Scotty on the Sunday morning before his round. And while they were sitting there talking and doing a little interview, 12 different members of Louisville Metro Police Department?
Correct.
Came up and walked by their table that they were sitting at. All 12 of them gave Scotty a fist bump.
That's awesome.
And gave him well wishes for the round to come.
See, that's a lot of class, and that's what I mean. Like the one thing I appreciate about virtually every single officer I've ever been involved with, and unfortunately in my younger days I was involved with maybe too many of them, and then was on the right side of that equation as I grown. I had nothing but good experiences, and it's a tough job. And it takes tough-minded individuals, but also I think it takes a lot of grace. And the large majority in my personal, this is anecdotal, I understand that, in my personal experiences, the large majority of officers I've been in contact with do have that grace. So it's a willingness to admit when you're wrong sometimes, when things get misconstrued, or like you said, TD, like when you're at that height of passion, because you're dealing with, unfortunately, the worst case scenario for this worker who was killed right before the tournament at Valhalla. And then you have what maybe in your brain appears to be some entitled jerk flying through a crime scene at maybe a reasonable speed, but because you stopped everything, anybody moving is going to look like what is going on right now?
Exactly. Because that officer needs to make the correct decision and everything. So the best in a split second. So that officer needs everything just to stop so we can make sure that every decision is made correctly. And Scotty didn't stop.
Scotty didn't stop.
Yeah.
Scotty was a little too hotty.
Right.
Unfortunately, I will say this: he was in the car, but had he been on foot, running to the tournament, my only hope would be that he's wearing his arch supports for the good feet store.
Right.
There were several golfers who had to do that.
Yeah,
They were like Cam Smith and Cam Young had to run 3 miles to make their tee time because they were stopped in the traffic.
literally throwing their golf clubs on their back and just like running to the clubhouse because they didn't know. I mean, everybody's trying to text each other and they're just like, I guess just run over here.
I hope they were wearing their arch supports.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
It wouldn't have made it otherwise.
I mean, there's no question about it, guys. And then if they made it there, what kind of shape would they be in when they teed off? Because let's be honest, if you want to save your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hip, your back from the pain that we've all experienced from time to time, but many of us can experience it chronically. You got to wear these arch supports from the Good Feet store. They are a back saver. They are a knee saver. Trust me from my own experience. Went into the Good Feet store with a banged up lower body, sore joints, and I walk around today feeling great. In fact, this weekend, I checked my Fitbit app. We were at the theme park. I walked around 24,000 steps on Saturday. Yesterday, another 18,000 steps. So you do the math for me because I refuse to, but that's somewhere over 40,000 steps. It was a lot of steps. I feel exhausted physically, but my joints feel great. I'm so grateful for that. And it's because of the Good Feet store. If you need more than that, I can't offer you much more. I don't think I could have done that years ago prior to finding the Good Feet store. So if you're suffering with knee pain, hip pain, back pain, or if your foot or ankle is bothering you right now, listen to my words. Get to goodfeet.com, book your free consultation and test walk, and get yourself feeling right now. Okay, coming up next, we got to talk about this historic night for the T-Wolves. We dig in. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. If you missed the Timberwolves last night, you missed one of the best game sevens. I mean, you could argue in the last 25 years because the Timberwolves made history. No team has come back from a 20 or 20-plus point deficit in the past 25 years in the postseason, or the past 25 postseasons. So the Timberwolves have this historic comeback. The Denver Nuggets melt down in the third and the fourth quarter, and it leads to inarguably one of the best clips we could ever play for you from a post-game press conference. Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, who oftentimes sit at the dais together because they're buddies. They've been playing together for a little while now in Minnesota. They'll join each other's press conferences, or they'll come in and they'll sit down together for media opportunities.
There's some bleeps.
There are many bleeps.
But it doesn't take away from the overall message.
There was an intrepid reporter who asked maybe one of the dumbest questions I've heard, and here was their response.
This is for either one of you guys. And usually in NBA history, it says you have to lose and lose big before you win. What is it about this team that says
we lost last year?
Yeah, but that's different. You have to lose at a bigger stage. Usually, teams.
It's the playoffs. We lost last year.
We lost the last 2 years.
God damn! How much more we gotta lose?
How much you want us to lose?
Been losing for 20 years.
I mean, that's just the truth, dog.
Damn! They should all be like that.
We've been losing for 20 years. Could you play it one more time? Oh my God, this makes me so happy because this is it. This is what everyone, this is what you just said is 100% correct. This is how every press conference should sound. It should sound like authentic.
Yeah.
You know what?
It should sound like Chris Tucker from Rush Hour 3.
Yes, it should sound like real people having real emotions and answering a question honestly.
Somebody called Jackie Chan. We this. You're absolutely right. Damn. Oh, play it again.
Team that says
we lost last year.
Yeah, but that's different. You have to lose at a bigger stage. Usually, teams.
It's the playoffs. We lost last year.
We lost the last 2 years.
God damn! How much more we gotta lose?
How much you want us to lose?
Been losing for 20 years.
I mean, that's just the truth, dog.
Damn!
Damn!
No, listen, the reason why I for a long time it bothered me when I was a professional athlete watching reporters shove microphones into people's faces, because oftentimes you get the soundbite that the media is looking for, but is detrimental to the player, right? It's the gotcha moment. Somebody says something that's a little bit, maybe it's a veiled insult to a teammate, or maybe it's something egotistical, or maybe it's something, that stings the head coach, and now you have internal strife. Meanwhile, if you give them 10 minutes to collect themselves, give them a little time to come back down to earth, maybe you don't have that instance. This is when it goes right. This is when you have like a knee-jerk reaction to a bad question that leads to like a moment that really highlights these players' personalities. I'm a bigger Karl Anthony Towns fan now. Damn! I'm a bigger Anthony Edwards fan now. Don't you guys feel the same way?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. On the other side, Michael Malone, did you see his presser? He was pissed.
No, he was not.
He was pissed.
The head coach of the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they were reporters asking him questions about how hard of a loss is it to be up by 20 and lose that thing, and he responded literally with, "The season's over. That's what's hard. F being up by 20." Stupid ass question.
Hey, listen, coming up next, sometimes there's a big truth hidden inside a little joke. We'll get to that. Also, a huge win for San Diego in our morning monologues. Before we get to that, you mentioned it. How about coming back from 20 points down? How about going 20 points down? I'm talking about on the scale, and I'm talking about weight loss from our very own Travis Dale, TD, who didn't just lose 20. He lost over 30 pounds with the help from Wayne and Chloe.
Yeah, turns out weight is like golf. The lower score, the better.
We were doing it wrong. You know what?
Did not know that.
We did not know that.
Did not know that. Thank you, Wayne and Chloe, for straightening that out. Look, you want to lose 20 to 30 pounds in 8 weeks' time, then go to stfatloss.com. That's it. Go to stfatloss.com, sign up. It's a free consultation. They'll walk you through it. They'll let you know what to do. You will lose 20 to 30 pounds in 2 months if you follow the plan. And in 2 months, we're right in the throes of summer.
Woo!
Yeah, you're in a bathing suit. You're out at the beach. You're looking good because you are now down 30 pounds or more, because 30 pounds was not the threshold for us, for any of us. I was down 31. You were down 35 plus, Rich. Fletch now, he was over 40 the first go round. Now pushing 50 pounds lost thanks to sdfatloss.com. It's the healthy way to do it. It's the right way to do it. It's not a fad diet. It's not some injection, some medication diet that you don't even know what you're putting in your body. You don't even know. I mean, these are drugs that aren't even used for weight loss that people are using to lose weight. We don't know what the side effects are yet. So do it the healthy way, okay? Do it the right way with Wayne and Chloe at sdfatloss.com. Like I said, free consultation when you go there and sign up. And if you mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, you will save $200. So what are you waiting for? Go there right now. The only thing you got to lose, unwanted pounds, sdfatloss.com.
This update's presented by Toyota of Poway in the heart of San Diego. Padres had a nice little weekend. They beat the Braves twice yesterday, winning 9-1 in Atlanta. Today, it's a doubleheader beginning at 9:20 a.m. to make up for Saturday's game that was rained out. NBA playoffs conference finals now set in the West. Timberwolves and Mavericks. Game 1's going to be on Wednesday. In the East, Celtics Pacers. Game 1 tomorrow. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele wins the PGA Championship at Valhalla. He finally gets his first major. The Memorial Day sales event is now on at Toyota of Poway. Over 200 new and pre-owned Toyotas in stock will get you into the Toyota of your dreams with special finance and lease rates. There's never been a better time to get a new or certified pre-owned Toyota. Visit toyotaofpoway.com.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Monday morning, and happy Monday to those who celebrate. San Diego Sports 760. We have so much fun happening here over the weekend, and all of it San Diego related. This show and many of the stations here at iHeart San Diego went to Disneyland to enjoy Pixar Fest. We'll tell you about that in a few. The Padres had an exciting weekend of baseball leading to a doubleheader today. Xander Schauffele, former SDSU great golfer, finally wins the PGA Championship. This guy has been in a winning drought since 2022. So everything's looking up San Diego. Woo! So you know what that means. The Padres are losing today.
Oh,
hey.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry to bring the record to a scratching halt, but that's exactly what's going to happen.
I thought it was going to be something completely opposite of that. And now, I mean, wait, hold on. They actually are pre-streaking.
They
right
are.
now.
2 wins in a row.
Pre-streak.
You know what,
We're in
Richie?
pre-streak mode.
We're going to cue the music back up. I want you to do,
do
like
that.
30 more seconds, but except end on a happy note.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Monday morning, and happy Monday to those who celebrate San Diego Sports 760. We had a very San Diego weekend, right? You look at the Padres, what they did over the weekend in Atlanta. We got a doubleheader coming up today. Woo! This whole iHeart cluster here in San Diego went wagons north up to Disneyland, so we'll fill you in on Pixar Fest 2024. Also, how about Xander Schauffele, SDSU great,
So awesome.
golfer at the PGA Championship? He brings home the Wanamaker Trophy.
Not a
First
criminal.
major.
Not a criminal.
Not a criminal.
Yeah. Did not get arrested out there.
And you know what? We're gonna delay the inevitable conversation about the Padres that we absolutely must have. But before we get to that, let's talk a little NFL.
Yeah.
Wait, that's how you went positive? Avoiding it?
Yeah, we're just gonna avoid talking about the Padres for a half hour so we can stay happy. There it is. Oh,
Come on.
No, we only give you a teaser.
Wow.
We can't play the horns all the way through. Not a That's all. That's all you get. So the NFL is in that weird phase where stories come and go, and you just get into you get a taste of it. You get a little story, you get a news blip, you get a source report, you get somebody might be in trouble with this or that. Okay, so check out this one. This is an interesting little note that was passed along over the weekend. So the New York Jets landed a record number of primetime games over the first 3 months of the 2024 season because of an appeal because of the appeal of Aaron Rodgers, who is a 4-time MVP. And this storyline is much too great to ignore. The Jets had everything lined up for them last season, and Aaron Rodgers gets injured 4 plays into their season, and that's it. They're toast. They're toast the rest of the way. And so now they have this great opportunity to finally seize on the promise that Aaron Rodgers can bring potentially a World Series, a Super Bowl championship to New York. But the problem is he's got to stay healthy, and the problem is the Jets need to deliver, otherwise they're going to be punished. So listen to this quote from NFL's Vice President of Broadcast Planning. He was on a video conference with a reporter. He goes, yes, look, it's an awful lot of primetime games early in the season, but obviously I feel like the Jets kind of owe us one.
Okay. Was there a ha after that?
So he goes, when we had a conversation a year ago, we were all in one on the Jets. Look, I'm butchering the quote. He said, we had this conversation a year ago. Basically what he's saying is everybody was in on the Jets. They were talking about this is going to be a great season for the NFL because it's a New York team. You have Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot of steam behind this storyline. And then it really fell flat for obvious reasons. He gets injured. So to me, it's a joke, and it was a funny one because he got a rise out of the reporter, and people were like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, yeah, the Jets owe you one. No. They really actually, because this is Woody Johnson pounding his fist on the table, the owner of the Jets going, we need to be on prime time. You put us on prime time because we spent all this money on Aaron. We didn't even get a single dollar out of Aaron last year. In fact, we paid him more just to be on the sideline for us.
The NFL storyline going into last season was Aaron Rodgers. That was the NFL storyline.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers went down. There was a number of quarterback injuries that went down early in the season, which made the NFL storyline a little shaky. Bring in Taylor Swift. That was the savior story last year for the NFL.
100%. Yeah. If it weren't for Taylor Swift, this season could have been a disaster. Not just Aaron Rodgers. Think about how many quarterbacks got injured. 66 different starting quarterbacks over the course of a season. 66.
Like Joe Flacco had to become a hero.
And he was.
By the way, the Browns alone had 6 different starting quarterbacks throughout the course of the season.
We don't need to talk about Josh Dobbs ever again, hopefully, because he started for like 3 teams last year.
Well, how many did the Jets have? 4?
Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
Mike Boyle. Was Boyle out?
White?
Mike White?
Was he on a different team?
He was with the Dolphins.
I don't know.
They might have had 4.
3 or 4. I feel like it was 4.
Listen, that's okay. We named 2 AFC teams.
Aaron Rodgers is on that team.
We named 2 AFC teams. 10 quarterbacks started games for the Browns and the Jets. That's insane. So you get the point. Taylor Swift had to save the day. And also, Aaron Rodgers stole the whole offseason. You remember he forced the trade at the draft.
Yeah.
Remember, he was like, yeah, I don't think I want to be a Packer anymore. And everyone was like, huh? And he was like, yeah, I don't really like it. I did this darkness retreat. It was pretty rad. Anyways, could you guys trade me maybe to New York?
He tried doing it this offseason too with a potential vice president candidacy run. He's doing every podcast known to man right now. Aaron Rodgers is still talking about conspiracy theories and different stuff like that. And so Aaron Rodgers is doing it once again. Like, I don't know that Aaron Rodgers' name has ever been a little more nationally relevant, not just among football fans, but in terms of like everybody knowing who he is heading into this season.
Well, Aaron Rodgers isn't asking to go somewhere else. It's not that same Aaron Rodgers. He's still happy, I suppose, and he was pretty supportive of his Jets team and his Jets teammates throughout the season last year. But yeah, I think that the Jets do owe the NFL one.
Well, and listen to this. This is not a quote that is going to help the conspiracy theorists who believe that the NFL is scripted, because listen to this from, again, Mike North, who is the vice president of broadcast planning for the NFL, who spoke on a video conference with reporters. He says, look, I feel like we could run it back. And certainly our broadcast partners, when they came to us early in the process of talking about what storylines they want us to focus on early this season, obviously Aaron Rodgers' return was a key one for everybody. So trust me when I tell you, if you don't think that Aaron Rodgers coming back from the Achilles tear and being in the #1 media market in the country on a team with 6 primetime games, especially with all 6 in the first 2 months of the NFL season, is going to be the biggest story in football, then you are mistaken. This is going to be the biggest story in football. So his health, I mean, it is a linchpin to the success of the league this year.
Friday.
Before we get to the morning monologue, I want to bring something to everybody's attention. Fletch, we went to Pixar Fest 2024. We went to Disneyland, this whole show, okay? We all brought our families. We all had a variety of different experiences. The fact that Fletch was able to have as much fun as he was able to have while wheeling around on a scooter injured the entire time is a testament to easily one of the most positive attitudes I've been around. I don't know how you were able to enjoy a theme park in a motorized scooter but every time I saw him, he's eating cotton candy and smiling. And I'm just like, I wish I had an ounce of that in my soul.
Seriously.
Boys, ever been on one of them scooters?
Was it awesome?
The ladies love it.
Well, I didn't walk 50,000 steps like you guys did.
You know what was hilarious is as you were cruising down wherever, Main Street, through Tomorrowland, a sidewalk near the hotel, here's Here's Fletch right in the middle in his red scooter, flanked by women.
That's kind of how I've gone through life, guys.
It really did look like an Austin Powers movie. It was hysterical. It was just like he looked like a movie villain. He was wearing a Pixar bucket hat, and he would arrive and he'd be like, he had his glasses on, and he had
a tank top and a bucket hat,
and he's just wearing the shades. And he's like, hey, did you guys try the H2O Rita yet? And we're like, no. It was like, losers. Me.
I did have to wonder on Saturday if you can get a DUI driving one of those things, because I had a couple.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think it's possible.
Not at Disneyland.
No.
Not at
Free
Disneyland.
reign.
Happiest place on earth.
That's right.
So that's very nice of you to say that, Rich.
Yeah, it was
Unfortunately, my morning monologue is not going to be nice, and it's all towards you.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
So on Saturday morning.
What did I do?
What?
Well, you
Actually,
did a video.
What did I do?
And these are very popular on Instagram and TikTok of the whole get ready with me. Well, they're popular with women. And having
more popular now with
women doing these videos, and they start, like in their little boy shorts or underwear, sometimes lingerie. You decided to do a get ready with me video where you jump up and down, and every time you jump and land, you have a new piece of clothing on, but you started in your undies. And the first jump, it wasn't just your feet that were jumping, Rich. In the editing process, did you look towards below the belt and be like, oh yeah, this is going to be good, I'm going to keep this in? Or were you ignorant of it? Did you just post it without realizing that your balls were in the video?
So I did not notice any of what you're talking about in the editing process, because this was rushed.
I believe it.
To get this out.
But can I give you the reaction that was happening in the car on our way to Disneyland?
Oh boy, yes.
Because I saw the video and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Rich.
Right, yeah.
And then Kendall saw the video and said, oh my God. Is that his wiener?
Yeah, that's what I got actually while driving into Disneyland. I'm driving and Sarah opens the Instagram, sees the video, and she's like, wow, Rich has his wiener out.
Yeah.
Okay. And I went, let me see. Which had actually happened.
So I'm embarrassed.
You shouldn't be.
Got
lots of views.
Yeah. Look, listen. Hashtag Manzone.
Hashtag Manzone. It works. That shouldn't be a Disneyland post. We should re-hashtag it. Hashtag Manzone. Hashtag TRT. So anyways,
hashtag NSFW.
So if you want to see this,
hashtag Pixar Fest
2024.
Except replace that P with a D.
No.
So you proud of yourself?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
It was a solid video.
Well, you know what though? Excellent use of fanny pack.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
There was so much fanny pack.
So good.
I wore that fanny pack all weekend long, and I got to tell you, the ladies have the jump on us, because fellas, if you have never worn a fanny pack, we're missing out. It is amazing to not be bogged down with whatever heaviness is in your pockets, just pulling on the back of your jeans. When you have a fanny pack, all the weight is centrally located. You got it right there in front of you. It's easy access, quick zip.
You can put a lot of stuff in there. You can put a hot dog in there if you wanted to.
I have multiple pockets.
Yeah.
I had a hot dog pocket. Trust me. Cut a little hole in the back.
We all saw your hot dog pocket
on Instagram.
Actually, go to Big Rich TD Fletch if you want to know what Fletch is talking about. The video is posted there,
and it's gonna stay. You will not take that video down.
Well, so
unless Disneyland tells us to.
That's a good point. So actually, the first reaction I received from this was from Annie, because I edited it, fell asleep, woke up the next morning, and I'm taking a shower, and like rushes into the bathroom, and she goes, "You need to take this video down ASAP." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "The one you posted on Instagram." I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "What do you mean why?" And I'm like, "Hang on." I'm like, "Let me finish the shower." I'm like, "Is there something really bad?" She was like, "Well, I don't know, Rich. You tell me." And so she couldn't wait. I'm in the shower and she's holding, I don't even have my contacts in. I'm like, "Look, this is what people do." I'm like explaining to her what a get ready with me video is like. And she was like, no, you're not getting it. And then she goes, "Your junk. Your junk is practically out in this video." She's like, she's like, "I'm going to get text messages from my family."
So Somebody texts or somebody responds to this video and says, "Hey, at Dilfs of Disneyland, check this out." So he's on the Dilfs of Disneyland page. As I say this, Sarah goes, "Oh, yeah. I follow that." And I'm like, what? So then I look up Dilfs of Disneyland, and yeah, there it is. Sarah Dale following Dilfs of Disneyland. But you know who else is? Tom's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Guy Tom.
Oh, my God.
Big Dilfs of Disneyland fan. So congratulations for making the cut.
Thank you very
Wonder
much.
if they're going to post that video.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, how would they not?
Yeah, let's be honest with each other.
Should have collabed them.
Maybe.
Well, nice work,
we
Rich.
We still have time for that.
It was a brave choice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thank you.
And I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
Well, thirst traps have been one thing missing from this show for a while.
Well, we got a note, and they said we need a lot more dong on Instagram.
That's what they said.
We heard it from the iHeart Media social media analyst, gentleman by the name of Jeff Beck.
That's right. Jeff Beck. It's a big iHeart guy here.
Oh, yeah. He's big in the building, and he said we need a lot. We need to capitalize on a social media moment here.
You shared the text message. It's legit.
Yeah.
So,
you guys know. You saw
we came through. Yeah, because I don't think there's been that much Rich shown since the golf video.
Yeah.
When the onesie.
Yeah.
It was very underwear Olympics in the NFL.
There's
when
no
they have
question.
to do their vertical.
Well, so anyways, guys.
See, up, down.
Well, listen, I don't know what to say other than you're welcome.
Hashtag floppy.
Hashtag.
Wow.
Hashtag Disney. I put the D in Disney.
Yeah.
As I always do.
That's right. I was gonna delve into the fact that we, or maybe restaurants, need a little more transparency on the cost of ranch dressing, because I don't know why that it costs so much to get bonus ranch cups. Like, is it $1 every time? By the way, like if I ordered a bacon cheddar ranch chicken sandwich and I said I don't want any ranch dressing, like they don't knock off $1.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Good point.
Yeah.
Solid point.
But I'll save that one. I'll shelve it, because what I want to say is a huge thank you to the iHeart family here. While we were at Disneyland, we were getting high fives. We were getting accolades from a lot of different people. Chino, the afternoon guy over at 933, comes up, says the nicest damn things ever to us. Listen, Chino, you are a hero here to this show. So thank you. We love you. By the way, all of this stupidity happens because of our listeners, the hangers, the bangers, the roadies, the dogs. Thank you so much for letting us do this stupid stuff, because it's you guys are the reason that we get to go to Disneyland over the weekend.
Yeah.
So huge thank you.
And by the way, like we were talking about earlier, and that leads perfectly into my morning monologue. If you haven't been to Disneyland lately, and I know a lot of people probably lost sight of a lot of the things they used to do before the pandemic, right? I know I was one of them. Oh, yeah.
That's me and Cheeto.
Yeah, that's you and Chino.
Look at that.
Chino Iglesias, by the way, listen to his show on 933 as well. He's seriously funny, and he's got an awesome.
He's like the best to ever do this.
No question about it. He's been doing it forever. He's awesome. But yeah, so thank you, Chino. But yeah, if you haven't been out to a theme park, the pandemic hit. I know a lot of people kind of sheltered in place and did all those things to help, whatever. Afterward, I know that we've lost sight of a lot of things that we did together. It really is one of those moments where when you're back out and doing those things and like seeing, like this was something that they started pre-pandemic, Pixar Fest. It's something that they brought to Disneyland before the shutdowns. And it was something they were really proud of, and they had to put on the shelf for a long time until they were able to relaunch it. And so now we're out of the woods from all that stuff, and Pixar Fest went off without a hitch. The foods that we got to enjoy, the drinks, the beverages that we got to enjoy, the offerings from around that park, and then obviously the rides and the fun that's always a part of Disneyland. All of it was great. The Pixar-themed fireworks at the end of the night.
Badass, dude.
Dude, that
full
was-
body chills.
Yeah.
Dude, and because it was windy, we missed a part of it. They had to leave a couple parts out. But I mean, that show was incredible, and we still didn't see the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't aware of that.
What was your guys' favorite food?
Favorite food that I ate the entire time? Actually, so the one that you raved about was probably my favorite
The
dessert.
macaroon.
Yeah,
The salted caramel little green alien guy
that was
from
pretty good.
Toys
That was
Toy
pretty
Story. Yeah. The alien macaron.
That was so good.
with the salted caramel and brownie filling was absolutely out of this world. The exothermic margarita at the Elemento stand was my favorite drink, and it comes with a little rock candy on top that you get to stir the drink with. It's really cool.
That what was the cinnamon cheesecake? What was that called?
That was from Elemental.
Inferno.
Anger management cheesecake.
From Inside Out.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, dude. It was all great. So if you haven't been to Disneyland in a while, definitely get out to the park. Really, really good stuff there. Okay, coming up in a little bit, consistently inconsistent. Is this any way to live? We got to break down this season that's been for the San Diego Padres and what to expect today during a doubleheader.
Is the positivity going away now?
Well, no. Hang on. I'm just saying, like, we could see them actually get onto a win streak this morning.
And literally, they could have a streak going here in 5 hours.
But what happens after that streak starts?
There could be another streak.
Yeah. And that's what we need to discuss.
Or, I mean, is it a streak or do we call that a skid mark?
Sweet Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of a better term for it.
Anyways, yeah, if you want to see some of those, go to this Get Ready With Me video. It's on Big Rich TV Fletch. And you too can be a part of all the fun and magic at Disneyland.
See what I'm doing with the pen right now?
What are you doing?
That was you.
That was...
I thought you were doing that magic pencil trick where it gets wavy when you shake it.
Except here. Imagine this piece of paper is your underwear.
It's so rubbery.
Well, I mean, you can still see the silhouette of that pen. Cylindrical pen.
Tell you what, it casts a big shadow, that pen. There's no question about it.
You know what, though? It's more like a magic marker.
Picture.
Dude, I will never forget oh my God, that Kendall said when she saw that video.
Oh my God. Dude, this is a UFC fight.
But the narration of it, you're like, yeah. So what you have to do is get some shorts. Make sure you don't want to get it wet.
This is
fanny pack.
This is exactly the reason why you do not post first thing in the morning. I'm like, hey, I'm exhausted. This is Big Rich CD Fletch. Get ready with me.
Wear the Viore shorts.
Dude. Oh yeah, that's the other problem. It didn't stop. Anyways, guys, if you want to get on a win streak like the Padres, you got to head on over to the Prize Picks app because old Daddy Hornberger, he's streaking right now.
More. I'm hammering the more.
Check me out at Big Rich TV Fletch. Oh God, subscribe. Anyways, Prize Picks is my favorite app to play daily fantasy. You've been hearing Fletch talk about it for a long time. And finally, I joined the party. And I joined the party with promo code DOGS. That's DOGS. Bark. If you want to save some money, you want to actually get some money, you deposit anything up to $100, Prize Picks will match it. So if you put in $77, for example, you're going to be playing with Fletch. What is 77 plus 77?
Why would you pick that number? 140?
154. 154. You're welcome, America. Just by using promo code DOGS. That's DOGS.
Or, I don't know, deposit $100 and you get to play with $200. That feels like a little bit better math. Right. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports app on the continent with over 5 million active members, probably over 6 million now since Richie joined the party. But it's a ton of fun, man. All weekend long, when people were doing things that I couldn't do out at the theme park, I was on the Prize Picks app because I was just sitting on my little stroller like a little baby, except I was playing on Prize Picks and making some serious coin while I was doing it. If you got the skills, you can win up to 100 times your money during the basketball postseason, during the Padres regular season. Get on over to the Prize Picks app today. And coming up in June, maybe the best month in MMA history we have coming up. And Prize Picks and MMA go together like peanut butter and jelly.
No question about it. I love peanut butter and jelly. Prize Picks also offers injury insurance so that your lineups stay even if one of your players gets injured. So all throughout the playoff basketball season, I've been firing away on these Prize Picks lineups. And twice already now, I've had a situation where a player left the game or did not play in the game, and my lineup still stood. And guess what? I won both of those lineups. So that's the great part about Prize Picks is it's a user-friendly app. They understand the strife and the strain. And honestly, I mean, look, it's kind of hard to put together enough scratch to have fun with. You want to actually have fun when you're going on an app and playing daily fantasy. And that's what their aim is. They're looking for you to win some cash, have some fun while you're doing it, and not be the heavies like when somebody gets injured or doesn't play in the game. Again, promo code DOG. When you sign up with Dogs, that's DOGS. You're going to get $100 if you put in $100, they'll match you $100. You put in $50, they'll match you $50. So that's what I did. I put in $100. I used promo code DOGS, and I was getting to play with $200 on that promo. So sign up now. Again, DOGS Dogs is the promo code. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. Right?
It's that easy. Hey, it's Fletch for SDFatLoss.com. You got to get on over there today, SDFatLoss.com. You're going to save $200 if you mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch when you sign up. And SDFatLoss.com, they have changed the lives of 3 bumbling idiots over here on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Our weight was out of control, and it sneaks up on you fast, man. When you get to that point where you step on the scale and you are pissed off at the results. We all got there last summer. We met up with Wayne and Chloe over at sdfatloss.com, and our lives changed in exactly 2 months' time.
Well, I'll tell you where I was at, Fletch. It was almost to the feeling of hopelessness. Like I could not lose weight. We tried the fad diets. We maybe lost a couple pounds as soon as we stopped doing it because either we got bored or we didn't like it. We gained the weight right back and then some. And you don't do it with sdfatloss.com.
Not at all. In fact, we even started like joking about it and making bits around how fat we were getting. And it's not cool to do. It's just hiding under a thin veil of comedy. And now all three of us feel so much better about ourselves every single morning when we wake up. I know I do for sure. It's when I get out of bed in the morning, I feel better. It's like I sleep better because I'm down this weight. My wife doesn't complain about my snoring anymore because I don't snore anymore because that was a product of my weight gain. And now that I've dropped it all, every part of my life has gotten a little bit better. Doctor's office visits. I'm no longer ashamed to jump on the scale. And Lord knows I've had to do that a lot recently. Get on over to sdfatloss.com. Mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. You're going to save $200 on the program, and it's going to change your life, man. So if you're ready to make a big change and you're ready to make that big change quickly, get on over to sdfatloss.com. Talk with Wayne and Chloe. Tell them we sent you. This update presented by Staples Stores. We will begin with the Padres, who had a nice little weekend. They beat the Braves twice yesterday, winning 9-1 in Atlanta. Today, doubleheader beginning at 9:20. That's making up for Saturday's game that was rained out. NBA playoffs conference finals now set in the West. Timberwolves, Mavericks, game 1 on Wednesday. In the East, Celtics and Pacers, game 1's going to be tomorrow. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele, he wins the PGA Championship, taking home the Wanamaker Trophy at Valhalla as he finally gets his first major win. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, even some on the same day. And now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Offer ends 6/1. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, your local print and marketing experts.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. If you are listening on the free iHeartRadio app, we'd love to hear from you. Hit us up on our answering machine. I guess that's what we call it.
Yeah, the talkback feature.
The talkback feature. If you're listening, if you look at the app, you'll see a little microphone, little red microphone there. Tap that, and you can send a message. You got 30 seconds, say whatever you want, and then if you feel like you didn't say enough, tap it again. That's what we say here on the show. Tap that.
Yeah. Just go ahead, tap that little icon.
All on the floor.
Yeah.
Tap that. Give me some more.
We're always saying that. We really are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's interesting is I want the Padres to just tap into whatever it is this weekend a little bit more. So you have the Rockies series, which was a disaster. You have a getaway day. You have a day off. You start this series against the Braves, and it's perfect. A 3-1 start, nice pitching performance. Then you have the weather postponement. That stinks, but it happens in Atlanta. It seems like it happens in Atlanta every single season to the Padres because how many times over the past half decade have they been rained out at one point or another in Atlanta? And then you get to Sunday, they win 9-1. So not only does the pitching show up, the bats show up in spades. And now we come to a doubleheader today. And so the expectation is for the good times to roll. But the problem I have is I'm so hesitant to completely jump on board of this bandwagon of sustained success because all they do every time you get excited about them is they start losing again.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And it's been up and down. And we've discussed this literally for weeks now of this 500 baseball team that is literally at 500 again. They make you feel good. They start winning a few, and then all of a sudden they go into the skids and they win or they lose a few. So it's back and forth. If they can, I guess, keep it right here to your point. Once again, Rich, you keep it around 500 till the end, and then all of a sudden they figure it out and it's go time. And the last 2 weeks of the season, they lock it in and blast into the postseason right at the right time, getting hot at the right time. We're good. In the meantime, as a fan, it is a grind trying to stay positive every single day.
Usually I think of a better, more clever way to say this, but I really don't have it, and I'm tired. Would you guys rather hear me say the same old thing about the Padres or listen to Joe Moon talk about Rich's wiener?
Yeah, speaking of bats.
Wait, so the talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app, the little microphone button that Travis was talking about, you click that button, you can send us a voicemail. Joe Moon sends us about one a day.
And they're always going.
And they're always go. So you're saying the focus of this talkback is my junk?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, let's hear it.
That's good. That's a good point. Were you in your backyard?
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to see your face because there's bamboo behind you.
Yeah.
And there's also bamboo in front of you. Yeah.
Who knew bamboo was so flexible?
Yeah. That's rigid, some would say.
But it sways in the breeze. Yeah. There's no question about it. Boy, let me tell you the conversation.
Were you in your backyard?
I was in my backyard.
Yes.
That was my backyard. And by the way, that is the same backyard where the same neighbor who can see over the fence witnessed me have a mishaps. I'll call it a wardrobe malfunction while trying to cover my grill one time wearing a towel.
Well, you didn't cover your grill this time either.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. Guess the hibachi was out for everyone to see.
Well, it was a meat probe, I think. You got to check the temperature.
Well, every once in a while. Oh, God.
If you haven't seen the video, it's up.
Good
Still
God.
At Rich Orberger, at Big Rich TD Flex.
Here's the question.
What's great
should I take it down?
No.
It's got the most likes.
That needs to stay up forever.
Well, here's the funny thing. I was thinking about taking it down once we started putting out more content because I'm like, I can't take it down. We need something up because we're going to Disneyland and they're like, you need to post. And Anne's like, I'm fairly certain they didn't want to see your junk at Disneyland. I was like, well, I was in the yard.
Listen, if you've seen what some of the animators do to some of the movies, I feel like this is right on par.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's good. No, it was it's funny and you're covered up, but yeah, there's definitely some movement.
It's subliminal.
Yeah.
Listen,
So,
look, we do a lot of the posts for the guys.
Yeah,
this one's for the ladies.
No, it's still for the guys.
Actually, that's a good point because most of the comments I've got in my DMs, they haven't been from the ladies.
Yeah,
it's been a couple of bold men. Jeez.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Today is my favorite day.
Thank you guys for everything that you've said so far today. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good.
This is
really
fantastic.
Good thus far.
You know, this is my life. I am constantly finding the rakes in the grass, not by being like, oh, hey, there's a rake over there. It's by walking up to it and stomping on it.
Well,
and just
sometimes they're covered in leaves. You don't know. Yeah. Like sometimes, Adam and Eve.
And sometimes just a thin strip of Calvin Klein breathable cotton. Sometimes.
What was the thought process of starting in your underwear?
Well,
hang on, seriously.
Wait, because he should have started completely nude.
No.
What?
Was the thought a censor bar?
Like, and I'm gonna ask you to be a little vulnerable here. Was the thought process so you could brag about putting on Viore shorts?
No. So I actually I have several pairs of like board shorts.
Real quick, what's a Viore?
It's like a nice clothing brand. Like Livy Dunn advertises for Viore.
Oh, it's a brand.
It's a brand.
Okay, so it's like a fabric.
It's like I don't know what to call it. It's they're running shorts.
Oh yeah,
they're just popular.
It's like a step up. It's a little more expensive.
But you don't need to. You could, any board shorts would do. Those were the clean ones in the drawer. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, what am I going to wear to Disneyland? I knew I was going to wear the mainly the reason I made this video, and if you listen to what I'm saying,
no one got past the first 5 seconds.
Okay, hang on. If you listen to what I'm saying, the whole focus is the fanny pack. It shouldn't be the shorts or my ball. It was all about the neon orange fanny pack.
You talk about forced perspective on things, and the forced perspective happened within the first 3 seconds when you jumped up and down in your underwear.
The fanny pack is definitely secondary in the video.
It's tertiary.
Yeah. Wait, did you film the video yourself? You set the camera up, or did you have a kid come out?
Which, by the way,
God, I hope not.
Hold this real steady.
Best get out of here, and if you move, you're in trouble, buddy. No, yeah.
Feel free to zoom.
I set up the camera, and the worst part about it was because, look, I mean, I lost a ton of weight on SD fat loss, but I'm still up around like 270, right? I'm dropped down from 308, whatever weight I was when we started. So 270 pounds when you're jumping on a deck, like all of a sudden that camera starts to like sink down. So if you watch nobody's watching apparently the top of the video, but by the end of the video, like half of my head is in the frame because the camera keeps sinking lower and lower.
I will be dead honest. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't get past the first 5 seconds. I didn't even know you talked during this video until TD brought it up.
You just thought he was sitting there jumping up and down.
Get ready with me. I don't know.
Clothes were magically appearing.
Paris saying at Rich Orberger, living up to the name, Tricky Dicky Orberger.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I get the cat's out of the bag. What can I tell you? I was talking about the Padres.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
This is way better.
Cat's out of the bag. Padres.
Meow.
Padres positives.
That's right.
Anyways, they've got a doubleheader today.
Should Fernando do a get ready with me this morning to get ready for his game?
100%.
Jackson Farrell Merrill, the cat's out of the bag. God, I mean, I cannot wait for that documentary. That's going to be so good.
It's going to be big. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Some people say it's going to be enormous, which brings us to the man zone.
This was not planned.
This wasn't planned.
This was not
planned. This was not planned.
The man zone over at Golden Triangle Plastic Surgery. The medical director, Dr. Roy David, has really helped me. If you don't believe it, go to @BigRichTDFletch on Instagram, and you can see just how much help I've been given. Golly. So if you have low T, which I don't anymore.
No.
I don't have a single problem.
You can tell it's working.
It's working. Listen, go to themanzone.com, themanzone.com, and book your first and free consultation today. It's exactly what I did. Look, I left my NFL playing career. I started broadcasting, and I've tried to stay in shape, and I've tried to do all the things that people say you should do, cardio and getting to the gym, working out and all that stuff. It is not easy, and the older you get, it gets even harder. It also gets harder, and it gets more complicated when you start losing testosterone, which you're guaranteed to start losing testosterone. In your 40s, 50s, and 60s, your testosterone goes down every year. Yes.
On the text line from the 760, Rich would have shut down the portal for sure. The portal to Dublin. Word is they've opened it back up on occasion. We should probably get you out there so you can advertise for the Man Zone in Dublin.
Oh my God. If you're listening to us in Ireland right now, and you ever spend any time in San Diego, you can get testosterone replacement therapy. You just have to go to themanzone.com and book your first appointment. Dr. Roy David, they did the testing. They found out that I was in the low average range of testosterone, and I'm not anymore.
That's right. Right.
There's no doubt about it. In fact, there's now proof on the internet. So there it is. Themanzone.com. Get your T levels checked and get back in the game.
Let's end the show.
We'll be back after these messages. Hey, it's Big Rich for the Man Zone. No, what are we doing here? For Good Feet?
Good Feet store.
Thank you. We were just talking about the Man Zone. That's why. The Good Feet store. Hey.
Correlation between feet.
Well, one's just a foot. Look, the point is, over at the Good Feet
The
store.
other's 15 inches. Sorry, I'll bow out of this ad read.
That's fine. You're doing it. I think TD has to take a lap. There he goes. He's got his arch support, so his back is going to be fine when he comes. All right, so listen, Good Feet store. They are super helpful. They're back savers. These arch supports from the Good Feet store. We were at Disney all day yesterday and all day Saturday. I logged over 40,000 steps, and I woke up this morning feeling fresh. My feet feel great. My ankles feel great. Knees, hips, back feel great. I had a lot of issues with my knees leaving the league. When I was playing in the NFL, I finished my career with a back surgery. My back feels great this morning. There's no way before I found the Good Feet store I could be talking about that positively after doing that much walking this weekend. But I feel amazing. I want you to feel the same. So if you haven't been already, check out goodfeet.com. There is a store near you. I can promise you that. And when you book your first appointment, you're going to go in for a trial, try before you buy, a free fitting and test walk. And if they're for you, great. Trust me, they're for me. They've really resolved a lot of my lower body joint pain. So if you're struggling, get to the Good Feet store today. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. San Diego Sports 760.
Haven't stopped laughing yet.
We are having a tough time composing ourselves this morning. There's a lot happening. There is a lot happening.
I feel so immature.
A lot has happened, okay? And if you want full updates from our weekend at Disneyland, the one place, your one resource, your one outpost to see all the fun at Pixar Fest is Big Rich TD Fletch on Instagram.
Yeah.
We were posting actively, I would argue.
I would. That's a good argument.
We were actively posting.
They asked us to do that, and we did it.
We delivered.
That's right.
And honestly, all you're going to see is some wholesome, family-friendly content. There's nothing more to see than just a couple of guys getting ready for and executing an amazing trip to Disney.
That's correct.
Do you think they include that post? And I mean that post.
Yeah,
on the recap.
You're talking about the Matterhorn?
No. Well, kind of.
Which one?
The Matterhorn burger?
Does that post make it to the iHeart recap that gets sent to Disneyland?
I bet it's left out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the part where the fanny pack pops in.
It has a lot of views. It's got a lot of likes.
The fanny pack. The fanny pack was the goal. I want everybody to understand. you need a fanny pack when you go to Disney.
It does.
That was the only thing I was trying to explain to people.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can wear a fanny pack well. Like if I wear a fanny pack, it's not as cool.
No, that's not true. I'm telling you, this is the same thing with your.
No, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't think TD can pull off a fanny pack.
so
I don't think I can pull off a fanny pack.
Fletch gets picks up one of the Pixar bucket hats.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Throws
could
the
rock
bucket
that,
hat.
though.
Yeah, he rocks the bucket hat. I put on the bucket hat. I look like I need some help. That's all.
Like, is he okay?
Yeah.
Should we find his mom?
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
By the way, that video now is getting more comments as the show goes on because
Good.
people are finding it for the first time. If you're
Good.
curious what's happening, there's a video that prominently features part of Rich that people don't really know about. And it's at Big
comment,
Rich TD
share.
Fletch on Instagram.
Like, comment, share. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And we will not let him take that post down ever.
Ever.
I'm getting
Unless
so-
iHeart tells us to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I don't even know about that.
Well, because they want the likes.
It's gonna stay, dude.
Did that originate from a station?
I have never sweated this much during a broadcast in my
Wow.
life.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're
fine.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
going
good.
well.
It's
This is
good.
going really well.
All right, here
I
we
don't even know
go.
what
From
we're supposed to
Stack
talk
Dat
about.
Silver. Damn, Rich, I see you already packing a Disney jumbo turkey leg too. Why buy when you can bring your own?
Thank you for that, Stack Dad.
How about from Watch
Stack
Always? WTF?
Yeah, that was pretty much the reaction.
What, the fanny
All the way-
pack?
Yeah,
Is
right,
that what-
exactly. Yeah, it's
What
exactly
the
right.
fanny pack? I'll tell you where you get it on Amazon. It was only $8.
$5.
Probably get it today.
$5.
Right.
$5 foot long.
Subway ad now. I wish they'd bring back the $5 foot long. But you know what? I mean, what would it be now? A $10 foot long?
I think it's a BOGO right now, actually.
It is.
My favorite is the one with the Asiago. They put the Asiago on top of the
Asiago?
on top of the
It's
bread.
a type of cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's I think it's Italian Asiago. Either way, look, it's delicious. Put a little rosemary on that.
Okay.
That's all the time we have, folks. So coming up next hour, we'll get back into the Padres. You have an interesting weekend. If you haven't been to Pixar Fest,
I highly doubt we're going to talk about the Padres in the next
No,
hour.
we're gonna focus on Padres.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of that. And by that I mean fathers at Disneyland.
we also have TD's halftime to look forward to. I'm sure there's going to be no talk
No.
of anything that happened at Disneyland
No.
during that halftime.
That'd be crazy.
This is going to be a fun show, so just stay right where you are. Figure it's TD and Fletch.
Wait, did you
No, I didn't do it yet.
Wait.
But if
if you had to eat one of these sandwiches,
uh-huh.
you could eat that now.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any issue with it at all, thanks to Dr. Jordan Colby over at Ocean View Dental. And this is the truth. I was really struggling. I was having a hard time eating. In fact, I was thinking about this weekend. I got so used to chewing on the right side of my mouth because I was missing a tooth on the left side of my mouth for years. 4 years. It was probably like 2.5 years where I just was missing one tooth on the left side because I was told that I needed an implant put in, but I also needed 2 other teeth removed. And I was like, I don't want to do all this dental work. I was told by my former dentist it was going to take 1.5 years, 18 months to do this whole procedure. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find time to go to the dentist that often. So I just decided to stall and wait and just, I don't know, adapt. It stunk. And so then I meet Dr. Jordan Colby at Ocean View Dental, and he goes, no, we could knock this out in 3 months. He was like, we could do the extraction and the implants at the same time. We could finish this whole thing up. We'll have you done in 90 days as compared to 1.5 years. So I went with Dr. Jordan Colby, and my life changed ever since. So if you have major dental work coming up, Ocean View Dental is the place to go. People flock to this dental office from all over Southern California because he is the best in the biz. He is unbelievable. And it's a family-friendly environment. In fact, it's become my family's dentist office after having all this work done there. So we're going in for our normal, twice annual dental hygiene appointments coming up at the beginning of June. And I'm looking forward to it because it doesn't feel like you're going to this sterile medical office. You're going to a place where families are welcome, where you feel welcomed, and also you get a great view of the Pacific Ocean while you're getting all the work done. So if you're looking for a new dentist, look no further than oceanviewdental.net. That's where you should start your search. Get in touch with the great folks over at Ocean View Dental and get started today.
It is hour 3 on the most productive show of Big Rich, TD, and Fletch we've ever had. This update presented by Lexus El Cajon. Bring luxury home. Padres had a nice weekend. They beat the Braves twice yesterday, winning 9-1 in Atlanta. Today, it's a doubleheader game beginning at 9:20 to make up for Saturday's game that was rained out. In the NBA playoffs, conference finals now set in the West. Timberwolves and the Mavericks. Game 1 is going to be on Wednesday. And in the East, it's Celtics and Pacers. Game 1 tomorrow. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele, he wins the PGA Championship at Valhalla, finally getting his first major win. Experience true luxury from the newly remodeled Lexus El Cajon showroom. You'll get a great deal with Memorial Day savings on any new or pre-owned Lexus in stock. See for yourself why they're ranked number 1 for customer service. Visit LexusElCajon.com. Bring luxury home from Lexus El Cajon.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. Happy Monday to those who celebrate. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
We've got the Padres pre-streaking. We got Xander Schauffele bringing the Wanamaker to San Diego. Well, probably not to San Diego. I don't know where he lives now. Probably
Not
in
here.
Florida
Probably
or
in
Arizona. Yeah, probably because you're close to a lot of country clubs. You're not paying state tax.
Dumb move.
A lot of these golfers live in Texas. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. We got to lower the state tax and bring Xander home.
That's right. Well, or no, you just get a house in Texas, and then you say that's your residence, and then you live here where it's better.
Yeah,
He was born and raised here. He currently lives in Las Vegas.
There you go.
Vegas.
So Nevada. Yeah.
Vegas.
Yep.
Sounds terrible.
We lost him.
To Vegas?
What's wrong with Vegas?
You want to live in Vegas?
No.
Yeah.
But I like Vegas a lot.
Yeah, for a weekend.
Reaction. What a funny reaction. Fletch thought about it. He's like, no.
Well, I really like living in San Diego.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's
The
a
weather
lot.
never sucks here. The weather always sucks in Vegas.
Yeah, it really does. Like, there's never a good day
It's either cold, windy, and rainy, or it's
hot.
hot.
Yeah,
super
or hot and rainy.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Super
hot.
yeah, it's Instagram.
At
Sorry,
Big Rich TD Fletch.
were we supposed to not talk about this?
I mean, it's just we're right back to it.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Speaking of hot,
Yeah.
Padres
Yeah, that's right.
pre-streak.
They're super hot right now.
Speaking of streaking,
858. No wonder Rich's weight loss stalled. He was lugging around a summer sausage.
Thanks for that.
That's my
Thanks for that.
favorite.
you know what though?
day.
Like,
Thank you.
I mean, everybody's complimentary here, Rich.
You know,
It's
this-
not- it's not
760. Damn, guys, I just watched the video. Almost got my eye poked out.
like-
there's another one. This
See,
is
again, there's no one that's like,
858. Rich needs a separate fanny pack.
you mean one like the store is banana?
No, specifically. I
Like,
can't read the rest of
what?
the text,
Oh, hang
but
on,
it's
let
a
me-
separate fanny
How-
pack specifically for that.
How did you not know that the first fanny pack was for that?
True.
That,
That's
why
right. That's right. We don't know what was in the fatty pack.
nobody checked the zippers.
It's true.
858. That video is like a car accident. I can't look away.
I did see you open the fanny pack at one point and stirring a lot of coffee for some reason.
Yeah. I like my coffee shaken, not stirred.
So your kids were there along with the ride, having a great time at Disneyland. And as they were waiting in line, they would play with the various toys that you brought for them to play with.
Yeah.
Coffee stirs.
Oh yeah. So my oldest, Ty, he's 8 years old. We don't make it out of a restaurant or a coffee shop without having him somehow end up with pockets full of coffee stirs and cup sleeves and cups and lids because he's an inventor. Like his whole thing is, I'm going to build a robot arm. I'm like, that's really good, buddy. You took every single coffee stir. Like now nobody can stir their coffee. He was like, yeah, but they had the plastic ones. I don't like those ones. I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
We're hanging out with him in line and he's talking about quantum physics and like life on other planets, life outside of the solar system. And I thought, this isn't the smartest person I've ever met. Or smartest kid I've ever met. The smartest person I've ever met.
I'm not even.
Dude,
Yeah, how did he come from you?
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on?
Are we sure he did?
Maybe not.
What?
Because I'm going to be honest with you. There are times where I'm talking to him. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know Planck's constant that well, buddy. I'm going to have to brush up on my quantum physics so that we can have a discussion about this. But you know what? I can talk to you a little bit about Albert Einstein. He goes, oh, you mean the theory of relativity? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tap out. And if you want to wrestle in the backyard, I'll be waiting out there.
That's right. That's right. I got a video to shoot.
The text line has legitimately exploded with said video that was shot. If you want to see it, it's at Big Rich TD Fletch. Let's blow that thing up. I want it to get it to 1 million views. That'd be great. If the whole world could see what Rich Orberger's packing.
Yep.
But
in the fanny pack.
There's another text talking about, hey, TD, how many dad jokes did you make while you were at Disneyland? And when I was on the Jungle Cruise yesterday, I almost actually said the word lap
to the skipper,
but I didn't. But the entire time I was thinking, well, Travis worked at Disneyland. I wonder if he ever had any input on the scripts given to the Jungle Boat Cruise captains.
Unfortunately, I did not have any input. I did want to be a Jungle Cruise skipper, though.
It was your halftime for 15 minutes while you go around the rivers of the world.
It's magnificent.
I'm going to be honest with you. There is now, after going on that ride again, there is no job better suited for you than the Jungle Cruise boat captain.
Thank you.
Tour guide.
I Melissa from Disneyland. Are you listening?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we did the Jungle Cruise. We actually did. I never did it at night before. We did.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's the best time to do it. The kids loved it. We had a tour guide who, she told every single dad joke under the sun. She even worked in some of her own. Like, you could tell she was riffing.
Yes.
Because she had a hot boat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Listen,
we were a good audience.
At Disney, you got to be real good if you're going to riff on the Jungle Cruise, because they don't just let that happen.
No.
All right. You got to go in. You got to know the script. You got to show that you've got that dialed in and they can trust you. Then you can riff. And I feel like I'm already there. Okay, Disneyland, Melissa, you listening?
So, the Jungle Cruise tour boat captain should be added to the resume pretty soon here.
Back to the important stuff. 619, how did Rich get the beans above the Frank?
Okay, I jump really high.
It was a violent landing.
A really good jumper.
858, I opened Insta, and there it was. It just happened to me.
Sorry. That's all I can offer to everybody out there. There was an error in my path. I posted it way too early in the morning. I didn't catch everything, and then before I knew it, there was too much inertia to let it stop. It was a boulder rolling downhill.
As I digress from this, well, maybe I can tie this in. While in the locker room for the Arizona Cardinals, because you play professional football.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Did you see David Johnson in the locker room at all? Was he your time, or did he come right after you left the Cardinals?
He was after my time.
Well, he's calling it a career. He's retiring.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Has he been on a team the last 2 years?
I don't think so.
He had that ridiculous year where he was fantasy football's running back number 1.
It was like his second season.
Yeah, that was maybe 2017, 2018, somewhere in there.
Touchdowns, something.
He was incredible with the Cardinals. And then if you remember the next season, week 2, it was the same year as Le'Veon Bell did the holdout. And so it was either Le'Veon Bell or David Johnson was the number 1 pick in every fantasy draft. Le'Veon held out. David Johnson broke his hand like week 2 or broke his wrist. And he's really was never the same running back after that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how injuries, even ones that don't seem all that significant, can really derail your career, because all it takes is losing the momentum of a career to then all of a sudden just having it change the type of player you are. And also, certain guys, this is crazy, but it does happen. They don't get injured. Like, they don't get seriously injured all the way up until they're playing in the NFL. And then they face their first serious injury and it changes them as a player. Like, they just don't recover well from it.
Yeah. Speaking of Johnson, on Instagram, we're going to post about his retirement. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Biggest mistake of my life.
760 Rich. Bravo, sir. Just bravo.
Gosh.
Wow. Must be one of our ladies in the audience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Texter from the 760.
Was that Annie's sister?
There will not be an encore.
No, there's gonna be encore. You are the get ready with me guy now.
Come on,
that, dude.
Hey guys, why don't you get ready with me for my show today? So we just do it.
And we're going to the comedy club tonight.
Yeah.
We got a charity dinner to go to. We got a golf course to go to.
We're gonna go try the taco place.
You are getting ready with Rich.
That's right. That's right. You want to go outside the Tasty Freeze? Because you got to get ready to suck on a chili dog.
And for your next 10 birthdays, TD and I are just going to get you more and more revealing underwear to start your get ready with these.
I don't understand why everybody. It's all about the fanny pack. The more I think about this, the more disgusted I am.
760. What? Damn, Rich, how'd you snap the ball in the NFL with that thing in the way?
So the Padres, they had a weird weekend.
Well, they got a day off.
They did. Yeah. They had a day off Saturday, and it helped because they had a 9-1 victory against the Braves yesterday.
They're on fire. I don't know if they can be stopped now.
No, until potentially today. This morning, as a matter of fact, 9:20 in an hour, first pitch.
Potentially, but I mean, we're not really feeling that.
We do have a lineup for the Padres because the first game's at 9:20 this morning. Arise, who actually there was stats put up by Major League Baseball's official Twitter account comparing
of Arise.
If you go to our Instagram.
I'm sorry I missed that one.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
But Arise and Tony Gwynn, they had their numbers side by side, and he's actually the only player in Major League Baseball who you could even have the conversation about Tony Gwynn with comparatively. Fernando Tatis Jr. batting second, Jerkson Profar batting third, Jake Cronenworth fourth, Manny Machado sliding down to 5. The first time he did that was actually on Friday.
Speaking of sliding down, you head over to our Instagram. You can see some Manny Machado news.
Xander Bogaerts, the worst Xander in San Diego. He's batting 6th. Jackson Merrill, 7th. Luis Campusano, who hit a home run, is batting 8th. And Hassan Kim, who also hit a home run yesterday, batting 8th. Batting 9th.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, we have Xander Schauffele, who's the best Xander in San Diego.
Well, at the moment. Wait, he's not even in San Diego.
Right, but
He's
he
in Vegas.
was born here. Xander Bogaerts has been bad at baseball.
You know, now that I know he lives in Vegas, I feel like we're really stretching it here, trying to claim a San Diego victory.
Well, he went to San Diego State. He's an Aztec for life.
Oh, that's true. That is true. That is very true.
How about, by the way, Yu Darvish, 200th win of his career? That's a huge milestone.
25 consecutive scoreless innings thrown for you. Maybe more than that now because he went 7 scoreless yesterday.
I'll tell you, it's pretty amazing when your player. Okay, so he's a sensational baseball player here in the United States with the Major League Baseball, but like, remember, he's Japanese born.
Mm-hmm.
Like he came from, I think it was the Ham Fighters over in Japan. Like, this is a guy who had a career before he played over here. And he's 37 now, and he's dominating this league too. Like, it's pretty impressive where he's been and where he's come to at this point in his career. And so the 9-1 victory, I know everybody concentrates on the 9 runs that the Padres put up offensively, but they also held them to 1 run, and a big part of that was Yu Darvish.
Speaking of concentration, 760. I don't think Rich's back pain was ever from playing football. 484 Fletch, you need to track down Nick Foles so you could have a measuring contest with Rich, if you remember Nick Foles' nickname throughout the league. 760, hey Rich, after Disney, did the wife say, leave the fanny pack on? You're like complaining and embarrassed about this. Everyone's talking about how great you look.
Yeah, there's not one negative comment.
I appreciate that. Thank you for everybody doing that. That's really great. God dang. I'll tell you what.
Can we fly you out to Atlanta? The Padres might be short of bat.
This is not good. This is really not good.
Wow.
Should probably put in one of those like sensor bars or.
Yeah, well, blurt it out. No, actually, you shouldn't have. It's better this way.
Good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've never gotten so many Instagram notifications.
I know
in my life.
it is blowing up right now.
This is
which is good.
Yeah,
nature lover 1 just liked it.
Thank you, nature lover 1.
That's I'm not making that up. Well, we've been touching on it all morning long here. If you head over to our Instagram. No, I'm sorry. Padres doubleheader today. That's because Saturday's game was postponed due to inclement weather. Not to be confused with Ryan Weathers, who's now a Marlin, no longer a Padre. Last time he was on the mound for the Marlins, he threw 8 scoreless innings against the Tigers. So congratulations to another former Padre. Padres on the verge of streaking. They beat the Braves twice over the weekend. Yesterday, they won 9-1. Play again today, 9:20, and then 3:20 out in Atlanta. The NASCAR race over the weekend. After the NASCAR All-Star race in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina was over, fireworks were popping off for the celebration. And then they were also popping off in the pits because Kyle Busch headed over to Ricky Steinhaus Jr.'s pit while he was over there for a good old-fashioned confrontation that had to do with a wreck that took place during lap 2, and things didn't go well, guys. A full-on brawl breaks out. Pit crew versus pit crew. America! Yeah! NASCAR is back, baby! And in the NBA, the Pacers Dutch oven the Knickerbockers.
Oh my God.
130-109. If you know what a Knickerbocker is, I didn't until last
I
night.
thought it was a pair of pants.
No, apparently Knickerbockers are what they called New Yorkers who were of Dutch descent.
Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome. Little history. And because we were at Disneyland yesterday, Mini Yoda.
Go ahead. Yes.
You don't even have to finish. Just go. The Timberwolves
I
won.
can't do it. I can't do it without
What did the Wolves do? What did the Wolves do to those poor Nuggets?
I can't do it in Yoda voice now. Do or do not. There is no try here. The Nuggets, 98-90. I'll see you in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Do or do not. No, mine sounds like Kermit. Mine sounds like you want some tea? Oh, going on the lap, huh? No, not testosterone. Go take a lap. Oh my God, the Minnesotas. All right. The Timberwolves did have a historic night last night, and I found the stat you were talking about, Fletch. So it was, let me pull it up here. Did it?
I think I just made it up.
No. Honestly, there was a stat. Okay, so the Nuggets became the first team in league history to lead by 15 or more at halftime of a Game 7 and go on to lose. So the first team ever in Game 7 of any NBA postseason to lead at any point by 15 points and lose the game, that's the Denver Nuggets after winning the whole championship last year.
That felt illegitimate.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at him.
Oh, the lap? It's tough to say anymore.
Wait, you don't
say anymore.
You don't think I took the lap?
That felt quick.
You
What?
really
No
but-
way. I walked at the last corner.
It was like, watch it. It was like the Incredicoaster. You're like, check. You just teleported right back in here.
That's right. I went around the entire. Want me to do another one?
You don't sound out of breath to me.
I walked the last corner.
You know what? We need to get surveillance cameras.
Okay,
in
hold
here.
on. Oh, you know what? That's fine. Ask Marty and Lucinda. I went right by him.
It felt
Made the
fraudulent.
right turn.
What'd you say to them when you ran by? Because I always offer them an excuse.
I didn't say anything this time. I just chuckled. They were there.
Okay.
Go check right now.
Okay. Fletch is gonna go
check,
check
check,
that.
check.
Oh, he trusts him.
Wow. Okay.
484 has a text that I cannot read about Rich's Instagram post.
Hang on. Let me get to the text
It
line.
has to do with a certain mask that you need to start wearing. The theme of the show today, by the way, has been Big Rich. Over on our Instagram at Big Rich TD Fletch.
I just opened the text line as well for the first time today.
There's some good stuff on there. I haven't read half of them because I can't.
God, yeah, there's a
Wow.
lot we can't say.
It just keeps going. Man, that's incredible.
Well, listen, guys,
It's for the gram.
it's for the gram,
Mhm.
and we're gonna keep the post up because
We'll do it.
I've
We'll
been,
do it
I've
until
been-
they tell us we can't.
because I've been peer pressured into doing so. There's no longer the choice is out of my hands unless Disneyland tells us to stop.
Right, and they won't.
There's also other posts up there from our weekend at Disneyland. This was before Disneyland even happened.
Yeah,
by
it's
the
we
way.
true.
weren't. Yeah, we weren't even there yet.
This was a preemptive post. I was just trying to get the weekend started off to the right step, and I ruined it all.
Was it Saturday morning though? It posted.
Yeah.
Okay, it was we were heading in.
Oh, yeah,
on
we
our
were
way.
in the car when it popped up. It was like at Rich Orberger. I posted a collaboration with that Big Rich CD Fletch. Go
Mhm.
check it out. And so I checked it out, and
Review and accept.
yeah.
That's what we did.
There it
And
is.
Kendall said, "Oh my god,
Oh my God,
It was great.
this is a UFC
It was
fight.
great.
You cannot do that here.
God, I can't wait to get Kevin Acey's reaction on Wednesday.
Yeah, we should probably.
wait.
we should probably.
Does
get
he
him to
follow
watch
us on the gram?
it. I hope so. And
I'll
if he,
send him the raw video."
Yes.
that sounds good.
Send him the link so we get another look at it, another view.
That's good. Yeah.
Then I'll continue that email and send it to Pornhub.
Did you guys see the Astros Kyle Tucker? I think it was yesterday's game.
No, I didn't see this.
Okay, so he's got these bright green shoes on, right? Bright green cleats.
Did he do a get ready with me video with the cleats?
He did. It was cleats only. But so he's got these bright green cleats on, and he goes 0 for 3, strikes out 3 times. The 4th time he comes up to bat, He's now wearing orange cleats. So he
Barefoot.
changed them, right?
Yeah.
Home run.
No
Next
way.
time up at bat, home run.
Orange,
It was the shoes.
orange cleats.
Orange cleats.
Orange cleats.
Which if you look at the color of that fanny pack,
Neon orange.
neon orange.
And if you'd like to see that fanny pack at Big Rich CD Fletch on Instagram.
That's right.
Thank you guys. Thank you for all.
So, I mean, orange equals home run.
This is going well. This is
fine.
This is exactly how I expected the show to go.
Oh my
today.
God. Top text 760.
Okay, hang on.
Are we allowed to read this one on air?
That's iffy.
Dang it.
I don't
Okay.
know if we can.
Oh,
It's it's meat related
760.
because you like to grill.
Right.
760. Rich, I lost my ruler. Can I borrow yours?
Okay. Anyways, you got to run. It's been a fun day so far. We done. Big Rich, Steve, and Fletch. You can follow the podcast. Who do we thank,
Counter
Fletch?
the herd next.
Oh, never mind. Instead, we have to read this quick advertisement for the Man Zone at Golden Triangle Plastic Surgery, where I went recently. And if you want to see the results, go to Big Rich, Steve, and Fletch on Instagram.
Like, share, subscribe, send. I don't know. Whatever.
Get ready with me. Actually, you can get ready with me in a serious way if you too are struggling with, I don't know, any sort of energy issues and you're a man look, I started this journey at 37 years old. It's not too early to get your testosterone checked. And I mean this seriously. Look, there is a lot of bad information around about testosterone. There's a lot of people who say a lot of different things that testosterone does that it doesn't do. But what I can tell you is if you're starting to feel like your energy levels are decreasing, like you're feeling like you're constantly in a fog, or you just feel funky, you wake up every day and you're just like, yeah, there's not enough coffee in the world to get me through the day. Or you get to the gym and you're not enthusiastic about your workouts anymore, or you don't feel like going at all. And also you do try to stay in shape, but you realize the results aren't there anymore. Whatever issue is bothering. Oh, by the way, if you're having issues in the bedroom, a lot of people are ashamed to talk about it. If those are your problems, testosterone could be the cure for you. Get your T levels checked. That's the first step. Go over to the Man Zone. They will have your first and free consultation. They'll explain the whole process to you. You get your T levels checked. They find out where you're at. Now, if you're not a candidate for testosterone, that's fine. You move on. You get tested yearly is what I would suggest. And you find out when your T levels do start dropping below an acceptable rate. That's when you should start with testosterone replacement therapy. That's what I did, and my energy has returned. I'm having a lot easier time in the gym. I'm seeing better results there. So if you are in that category, you need to go. If you're in your 40s, your 50s, or 60s, you should get your T levels checked every single year. Anyways, you start your journey at themanzone.com, just like I did. That's themanzone.com.
Coming up on Friday, May 31st, Jordan Davis is bringing his Damn Good Time tour to Gallagher Square at Petco Park. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com. But if you want to win them, don't go anywhere. They're coming up next.
This update presented by Jamul Casino. Padres had a nice weekend. They beat the Braves twice yesterday, winning 9-1 in Atlanta. Today it's a doubleheader beginning at 9:20 to make up for Saturday's game that was rained out. NBA playoffs, conference finals now set in the West. Timberwolves and Mavericks, game 1 on Wednesday. And in the East, Celtics and Pacers, game 1 mañana. And in golf, San Diego State's own Xander Schauffele wins the PGA Championship at Valhalla, finally getting his first major win. This Saturday, May 25th, go big with San Diego's biggest barbecue at Jamul Casino. Free brisket barbecue, fried mac and cheese, and more between noon and 4 p.m. and $25,000 in hot seat drawings between 2 and 6 p.m. Jamul Casino, fun above all else. TD, we got to go to this thing. And did you hear all that?
Yes, I'm in.
Free brisket barbecue, fried mac and cheese.
I'm 1,000% in.
May 25th, let's go.
Okay, that's right around the corner. Wait, is that this weekend? Hang on. I got to look at the date. Saturday.
I'm in.
I'm down with that. You know what's coming up this Wednesday? Red Shoe Day.
I'm in for that, too.
I'm in for that in a big way, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities here in San Diego this Wednesday, May 22nd. Now, if you cannot get out to the corner of Balboa Ave and Ruffin Road between 7 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., because that's where the iHeart team is going to be out there collecting donations, you can go to redshoedaysd.com and then choose Team iHeart. And that will also benefit here. Proceeds, by the way, all stay in San Diego, directly supporting our families. Funds raised during Red Shoe Day support lodging, meals, emotional support, and family day services provided by the house at no cost to families. Red Shoe Day this Wednesday, May 22nd. Also, we have a giveaway we got to do here.
Well, Jordo Davis?
Not yet. But we're going to give you a time here in just a bit. Yeah, Jordan Davis bringing his Damn Good Time tour to Gallagher Square at Petco Park. That's happening Friday, May 31st. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com. or don't go anywhere because in just a few minutes, we're going to tell you how to win those.
He's my mom's favorite country singer.
He is?
She says things like, he's so dreamy.
Wow. How does your mom feel about Taylor Swift?
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Well, how does she feel about Travis Kelce?
I don't know.
How would she feel about Travis Kelce giving Taylor Swift a hickey?
Did that happen?
So fans are freaking out because at her last concert, whenever that was last night, there is, let me see if I can pull up the photo. There's her playing the piano, sitting down at the piano, and there's a hickey on her neck.
Oh, there's
There's a hickey on her neck.
There's no question.
Yeah, Travis Kelce leaving his mark on Taylor Swift.
A little bit of territory marked right there. It's like,
That's right. Listen,
the right side of that neck belongs to me.
Taylor Swift is becoming a bad girl.
Just naughty.
Yeah.
Naughty. Hey, so actually, speaking of Taylor Swift, did you guys see that the NFL, the schedule makers, 100% spoke with her concert promoters?
Yep.
If you look at her tour schedule for next fall and you look at the NFL, I mean, now this is commonplace because obviously she plays big venues like, I don't know, football stadiums across the country, but she is playing in Miami during one of their off weeks. She's playing a couple of different venues. And then also she's playing some Toronto shows while the Chiefs are going to be playing against the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, the NFL, I forgot his name, whatever the spokesperson for the NFL came out and said, oh yeah, no, we did it on purpose. We shoveled things around. She is able to go to 14 games. That is what they have made happen here. She is able to attend 14 games. Now, she's also available to go to a 15th game because they did their best for that. The Chiefs will be playing in Buffalo the same night that Taylor Swift is playing in Toronto.
He just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So I was trying to find the article. So it's a 1 o'clock game in Buffalo. Her concert's at night. So it's like a half-hour flight.
Yeah, she can literally watch she could probably catch the whole game. I mean, I assume if it goes to overtime, she has to leave sometime after regulation, but she can fly in and fly out, quick trip, and still perform her concert. It's unbelievable how big of a machine the NFL is, how the NFL literally owns a couple of days of the week now. They own Monday night. They own the entire day of Sunday. They own Thanksgiving Day. They own Christmas Day
as of last year now.
And they are, and there's no doubt in my mind, because there are some articles that are coming out now saying, no, the NFL didn't consider Taylor Swift when they were making the schedule. Baloney. I agree with you, Fletch. This is 100%.
In fact, that might have been priority number one when they were making the schedule.
I'm telling you, the NFL said it. I saw the article last week, and I also am a little concerned. Did I have a stroke or something? Because I was listening to everything he said.
Stroke of genius, maybe.
I don't think that.
When you opened up the Instagram account and searched Big Rich TD Fletch.
Speaking of strokes.
Scroll down a little bit. There's a lot of videos up there. There's a video of my adventure through Disneyland on a stroller or a pink scooter or a red scooter.
Right.
There's a video of TD dancing with Doug the dog from Up.
I love Doug.
And there's a video of Rich Orberger getting ready for his big day at Disney, big weekend at Disney.
We have one more post coming up today.
I didn't finish this part, and you can see his wiener in it.
Okay, there it is.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, thank you for that, Fletch. Yeah. That is great. And you can see my wiener at Big Rich TD Fletch on Instagram.
By the way, the texts that are coming in now,
it's gone from clever, funny to raunchy, R-rated, cannot read.
With just suggestions of activities that you can participate with some of these texters.
Go down to number 6, Rich, from the 484.
Let's see, 484.
And read it in your head. This is not an out loud.
Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Is that a yes or a no?
484, we are not doing that. We are not going to do that, sir or ma'am, I guess. Right. I don't know what I just read, but how does that even happen? That feels like two
No. That's
it's okay. It's
you can't. Okay. No, it's
there's no clean way to do this. No.
Let's say you're gonna plug in your vacuum cleaner, right?
Okay.
And you've got the cord in your right hand.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, I also need to plug in my iron, and you have that cord in your left hand.
Right.
They don't plug in together.
Not according to this texter. It's like when
stay off it.
Wait.
It's not going to work.
But Star Wars, like when one lightsaber and another lightsaber really like each other.
No.
Is that
No,
Okay.
we're not doing this.
Anyways, so the answer
Get
is
on over to Instagram at Big Rich TD Fletch.
the answer is no. Still, I just want to make that abundantly clear because
But if you do want to send Rich a message directly,
his DMs are open.
that might be a mistake. That might be a mistake.
Send pics.
No, don't do that. Do not, please.
You know, let's fill up Rich Orberger's Instagram DMs.
It would be better.
Pictures.
It would be better if you didn't.
At Rich Orberger, by the way, he's the verified one.
yeah, that's right. He's got the check mark. Oh,
I really
listen.
How you doing, buddy?
have regrets.
No regrets.
Things are going great.
Not even one letter.
So, how was your Monday, honey?
Mhm.
Well, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
Remember when you told me when I was in the shower that I should probably take that Instagram post down?
Yeah.
I should have listened.
Yeah, it turns out you were right.
So she's always right. Don't tell her, but that is a track that we walk in our relationship.
Yeah, same at my house.
And also, Wayne and Chloe are always right. I can't thank them enough for the advice during this whole phase that this show was in. SCFatLoss.com. We were trying something called Next Level Fit Guy Stuff, right? And that was a play on words because we used to do a segment called Next Level Fat Guy Stuff.
Yeah, which we were good at.
We were really good at. Some people could argue maybe a little too good at.
I was 278 pounds thanks to Next Level Fat Guy
Yeah.
stuff.
And
I
then-
can't even picture that anymore.
Dude, you were a big old boy, but so were all of us.
Yeah.
So Fletch, he was so rotund that legitimately there were people around the building worried about him.
Mhm.
TD, there was a
Mhm.
point, like we've talked about this. We greased doors with mayonnaise
right.
to fit his
right.
neck through.
And with Big
doorways.
Rich 6 months ago, this Instagram video would not have been an issue.
Right. Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen it underneath all that fat.
I'll tell you right now, you're absolutely right. That fanny pack, I would have had to stuff my belly in it instead of something else. Anyways, the point is with Wayne and Chloe from SDFatLoss.com, the advice they gave us was invaluable. The mentorship, the help along the weight loss phase of their lifestyle change is what I like to call it. Look, I know it's called SD Fat Loss, but the reality of the situation is you're not just going to lose fat. You're going to find a whole new approach to eating and living. That's the way I could describe it to you. That makes the most sense to me because a lot of these weight loss plans, all they concentrate on is getting the weight off. They don't think about what happens after that. But how do you keep the weight off? Well, it's obvious. You have to have a plan, and they have the plan for you. It's all scripted. It's all tailored to you. So if you have issues that you need to work around, whether it's, I don't know, maybe you're diabetic or maybe you have some other health issues and you're worried about weight loss and you have some significant concerns, they can help you. Trust me. Trust us. We lost a tremendous amount of weight, and so can you. So SCFatLoss.com, lose weight the natural way. And if you sign up right now, you mentioned Big Rich TD and Fletch, you save $200 on your subscription. So the summer months are coming. You're going to get back in that bathing suit. You're going to try to look as good as possible. And also you want to be healthy for the rest of your life. SDFatLoss.com. Coming up on Friday, May 31st, Jordan Davis bringing his damn good time tour to Gallagher Square at Petco Park. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com or call in about 2 minutes. 8:46 exactly. 877-767-4760. Which caller should win them?
Caller number 6.
Caller number 6. You're going to see Jordan Davis. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Congratulations to the winner of these Jordan Davis tickets. We see the phone lines lighting up right now. We're going to make sure that all of our app listeners have opportunities to win these tickets. Gallagher Square, Petco Park, May 31st. Are we doing these all week long, Fletch? It sounds like,
It sounds like that. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Thumbs up there. Guinness Book of World Records. There was a record that was attempted to be broken over the weekend. They were trying to gather as many people named Kyle as possible.
Sweet.
It fell short.
Oh, damn it. Well, I'll tell you what. Max didn't fall short. He's our winner for these tickets to go see Jordan Davis. Max, congrats, buddy.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah,
My
buddy.
wife's favorite artist.
Oh, that's so you're taking your wife?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Max, are you going to do a Get Ready with Max video before the concert?
Absolutely.
You got to order a fanny pack.
I want you to go to Big Rich TD Fletch on Instagram. If you want to see how these Get Ready With Me videos are done, you have to start in your underwear. And I would suggest buying a fanny pack because that was supposed to be the takeaway from this video, Max. And I can't stress to you enough how useful and handy a fanny pack is. But it seems like TD and Fletch have taken this in a very different direction.
I don't think it's us.
It's you guys aren't helping.
Like, I did not make the comment, hey, at Dilfs of Disneyland, please get this on your page.
Hey, Max, are you going to wear a fanny pack to the concert? Is that decided yet?
Thinking fanny pack, underwear, and boots.
That's it.
That's all.
That works.
That's all you need.
Well, it's country. You got to get chaps.
Get ready with me video.
Tag Rich in the video.
Yeah, please
That's
do.
right.
I will post it at Big Rich TD and Fletch on Instagram. All right, there you go,
Right
Max, our big winner today. We'll have another pair of tickets tomorrow. Enjoy the show with your wife, Max.
Man, oh man, apparently the world record for the largest number of Kyles gathered in one setting was 1,490.
That does feel like too many Kyles.
That's a lot of Kyles.
That does feel like way too many Kyles. I've only known a couple of Kyles over the course of my life. That's not an overwhelmingly common name.
Right.
Most of the Kyles I've liked. I will say that. I haven't met too many really disagreeable Kyles.
I feel like I've only known a couple Kyles as well. I would say Kyle's solid.
Yeah.
Solid name on that.
Yeah.
Solid person there.
I'm trying to think like what's a name of somebody who I've met and I haven't had any good interactions with. You know what? Ian's a lot of times like Ian's are dicks. You know? Like how many like awesome Ians do you know?
Yeah, I know one awesome Ian, actually. I definitely know one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
You know what?
Oh, come to think of it, I know a very cool Ian too. He's actually one of my son's friends at his elementary school. And that is one very cool Ian. I only know one.
Okay.
I know one cool Ian.
I'm trying to think if I know more than one Ian. The Ian I know is a plumber. He's a good dude.
Okay.
I got one Ian.
Like a good
One- a
is
good
it a
or
good
bad?
Ian or a bad Ian?
In
I
between.
know one good Ian.
He's like a childhood friend of my sister's.
Oh,
But nothing weird happened. But at one point, he,
want us to strain him out?
you know the old towel whip.
Oh, yeah,
you do it in locker rooms and stuff. So he was doing that to me like over and over again, and then he did it to my dad. My dad said, "Ian, I'll give you one. If you do it again, I'm getting you back." And then Ian did it again, like being a little S word, you know.
Yeah.
And my dad looked at his dad. It was like, "Can I get him?" And his dad was like, "Yep." My dad made him bleed.
Oh my
with towel whips, hit him in the same spot over and over again.
Huh.
Tell you what, do not mess with Papa Keith Fletcher.
Dude, he's
when it
good at
comes to
stuff like
towel
that.
whipping. A lot of tomfoolery going on in his childhood.
Yeah, like ping pong, towel whipping. Like my dad's good at the weird stuff.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Trying to
God bless Angela.
trying to find
What an
the
lap.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, you're talking about whipping for crying out loud.
gosh.
I don't know.
You get so defensive.
I know, dude. It's love, and it's honestly, love comes in a lot of shapes and forms.
Right.
And if you want to see what love looks like, go to Big Rich T Fletch at Instagram.
Yeah, he's in on the joke now.
The most hated baby name for boys. This is according to 7 Life, some lifestyle content blog. Jaden.
Wow.
Jaden. I don't know if I even know a Jaden.
It's a hated baby name.
That's the most hated name for baby
Give
boys.
us a couple more. What's a couple of
Braden.
I could see it.
I know a Braden.
Okay,
And,
Aiden.
tell-
Apparently the Aidens are not like.
Tell me about the Braden, and I'm going to guarantee you, he is just pretentious as the day is long.
I don't know about that, but he was a 5th grader when I was an 8th grader, and he was like the best baseball player in the school.
Oh, it's
And
always that.
He is currently like in the Rockies AA system. Like he's gone on to be really successful, but
I see why you hate
he
him.
was the most cocky, arrogant 5th grader when all of us were 8th graders on the team, and he was good enough to start, but he was annoying as hell.
Here are if you're looking at the top 6, you got Jaden, Braden, Aiden, Caden, Hayden, Hunter. so if you have an Aiden in your name, people hate you.
Yeah, get out of
Wow,
here.
jeez. I don't know if I subscribe to all that.
No, I'll tell you what. I know at least one good Aiden. I have, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know any of those other names personally.
We had Aiden. He was part of the Rady Children's Hospital Give-a-thon. His dad's CJ.
Yeah, this
I
is,
loved
this
Aiden.
is dumb.
That's a bad list.
On the girls' sides, here are some of the hated names: Bertha, Gertrude, Mackenzie. It seems like a good name.
Yeah, I know.
Destiny.
Wow, next to the stage.
That's what I'm saying. McKenna, Addison, Caitlin. These seems like good names.
Go check out our Instagram account at Big Rich TD Fletch. You're going to want to scroll past a few really good, well done videos to get to Rich's video, which is also good and well done.
We'll pin it. And speaking of pinning,
there's no good way to go. There's no good way to go.
Just end the show.
You know what? Here we go. The herd is next. I guess we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for listening.